Here.
There we go. Yes, I can. It works. Good morning, everyone. And Beckerman.
And me. I'm not going to stick around very long. I just wanted to pop in and say hi.
Okay. Well, that was your fill of Beckerman today, everyone.
I hope you enjoyed it. No, I can stick around for till Marco gets his coffee.
Yeah.
So what's new, Tyler? What's exciting for you? Did you work late?
No, I didn't. I was supposed to get on Rubens last night, and I fell asleep at like 8. And then I woke up at 5 and shoveled for the last time, hopefully. It didn't even snow, but we had like 2 inches of snowdrift on my driveway, so I had to shovel again.
So as a third shifter, do you sleep at like odd times during the day?
Yeah, but
non-traditional time.
I slept at night last night basically because I had stayed up all day the previous day, and so I was just passed out. It's funny because I can switch my shift sleeping, but never really on purpose. You know what I mean? It's like, oh man, I'm just dead now. Bye. I'm going to sleep. But it's all right. I like third shift. Just sometimes my body doesn't like it.
I hear that, man. I used to do third shift. It's a rough life. If you get yourself conditioned to it, it can be. There's parts of it I really liked. Actually, I always liked being able to run to New Comic Book Day and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It never mattered that it was a Wednesday.
Yep. Yeah, that's definitely nice. I can wake up for anything important, or when I have stuff delivered to the house, I can actually sign for it. That's the most important thing, is the delivery of packages, honestly. Then you can hide it from people. And
what do you got going over on your channel this weekend?
I don't know about this weekend, but I'm pretty sure next week I'm going to go back to being on the lives. And I know we just did an interview. Lee just did an interview with, I think her name's Annie Lennox, the artist from
musician.
Yeah.
From the 90s?
Maybe it's Amy.
There's an Annie Lennox.
Yeah, I know there is, but it's the same name or it's slightly different. I just don't. I'm not 100% sure. So sorry, but she's the artist on Plutona, written by Jeff Lemire.
Okay.
And it's a really good story, and I guess the interview went really well, so I'm excited to watch it. I wasn't able to be there for that because I was out getting everything I needed to get because I knew I was going to be snowed in for like 2.5 days. So,
yeah, you guys got hit pretty hard.
Yeah, we got hit pretty hard. We probably have about a foot of snow. It just never stopped is the problem. So
I know Chicago got it too, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, my cousin lives in Wrigleyville.
Oh, cool. You guys got snow too, right?
Yeah, we were supposed to get like this huge snowmageddon, and it ended up being 3 inches, and somehow people still lost their minds.
Oh yeah, that's too much.
Kansas City just doesn't know how to deal.
You guys get snow though, so you have plows and stuff, right?
Yeah, they have plows here.
Because I know, like, when Mark gets snow, they don't. You guys don't have anything.
No, we're just left to die.
It really is like that. Because when it snows, the roads get bad if you don't plow them.
So like when the freak like once every decade storm comes to you, Mark, do they just like sound the purge horns like you're all on your own?
We have like nuclear power plants down here in the southeast, like famously big power plant. So we just hear those sirens go off. Like, everybody riot,
They do like the war horn that you like crank.
Yeah, you never wanted.
Like, it's coming.
Son,
call for
get
snow
my
and,
purge bag.
They call for snow, and all the fathers of the community walk outside and just stare at the sky and hold a hand out and just pray that a snowflake doesn't hit it. As soon as one does, you just pull out your knife, because everyone has a knife. You cut your hand, you just rub it down your face, and you go and get supplies after that. As soon as that blood hits that chin, you go and stock up.
Yeah.
And you start at the neighbor's house.
It sounds like the beginning of a good like comic book horror story. It's like you could just write it like something bad is coming, but it ends up at the end just being snow in Atlanta.
Have like the whole winter is actually here kind of thing.
Yeah.
I always thought it'd be interesting if somebody tackled like one of those cataclysm event stories in a comic book with everybody remained calm and worked together. They had like a concrete plan and rational thought.
Is that possible though?
Well, it's fiction.
This is Georgia.
You can do whatever Mike? You want.
I don't know. We do all right down here.
Let's see.
We made it. That's an important thing.
We made it.
Most of us.
Oh, I heard you guys talking last night. So I watched the Hangout last night this morning while I was like waiting. And you guys were talking about Endgame versus Dark Knight.
I wasn't waiting on me.
Weren't you were on there, right?
What the hell is wrong with you, man?
I'm waking up, man. I'm waking up.
And I was really surprised to see so many people say Endgame was better. Not on the stream, but you said in the voting. I think maybe people just forget about how good Dark Knight was. Did Burke say Endgame was better?
No, but I think he was surprised that they did. I don't know. I remember he had a take on it.
Because I think the end of Endgame is a blast. But getting there, I actually really enjoy the whole movie, but man, it doesn't compare to anything that's really, really good.
Endgame is an absolute blast of a movie, but everything that's lovable and memorable is just a fight scene. It's fan service moments out of a fight scene, which is perfectly fine and makes for an exceptional experience. But when you're talking about like quality film, like a quality movie, like storyline with plot progression, with individual character arcs, and all of this stuff,
like Airplane,
that comes together to make a movie. Endgame is not. They don't try to do that. That's not what Endgame's purpose was. They were doing a fan service bow tie event of a movie to something that's never been done before, with this huge 20 movie story arc thing they were doing. So,
and I think they do all that really well. But
yeah, they do.
I think the Dark Knight as just a whole is
a phenomenal film. Period.
Not even comic book movie. I don't
remember who it was last night. Flo, he pointed out, I was like, dude, take Batman out of the movie, it still works.
Yeah,
like it still works.
Definitely. Yeah, it's like a crime movie, a superhero movie, a drama, a detective film. It's good. So many things.
It's like The Wire with costume people.
I've never seen The Wire.
I haven't either. I hear good things.
Don't waste your time. I went from, I binged The Sopranos, then I went to Boardwalk Empire, then I went to Oz. I was just doing a run through the HBO shows, and I got to The Wire, and I'm like, this is not on par. Granted, I only watched like 6 episodes, and I think it's like 3 to 6 seasons.
Binging The Sopranos.
Oh my God, it's a treat.
Yeah. So I watched it week at a time, when it came out. We used to have like Soprano watch parties and stuff.
Everyone just sits around.
I just wondered what it was like binging it. Do you get kind of dragged down in the later seasons?
I didn't.
Does it get like tough? Like I just feel like the season after Janice shows up would be rough.
Janice shows up in like season 2, episode
2 or 3. Yeah, I don't know. Janice heavy episodes are always hard for me.
Like the second season was Janice heavy with her rolling in, but then season 3 was Janice light. But then she like kind of, because she kind of comes back, you know.
Yeah, she's
like,
just terrible.
She comes back and she's just an accessory character. She's not like primary to the plot like she was in season 2. You know, she kind of just marries Bobby and she's there
Finally
when
shuts up.
Yeah, she's there when she's needed.
I guess Richie April season was season 2, huh? Wow.
Yeah, that was the Janice season, like her trying to come in, and is she going to finagle stuff? And Richie
maybe murder Olivia. Who knows? Yeah, everybody knows Janice sucks.
I'm trying to remember what that actor's name. Yeah, it's Richie, and Jackie was the other one. The two odd good guy, bad guy characters.
Mm-hmm. Great show, though.
Yeah, it is. It's phenomenal.
Janice sucks.
And by like the last season was so like sad by the end when like everybody's gone and it's just Paulie.
Dude, it went.
How did that guy outlive everybody?
No, the same way he did it in real life. He's old school. He's stuck to the rules.
And cheapskated everybody.
Everyone did. It's just funny that they tried to make it like a character trait that's pointed out with Paulie, but that's what everybody did. There's not a single character.
Yeah, nobody spent their own money. They were always so.
You gotta pay the house 10% of that 10 grand you made. 10 only made 6. You know.
Yeah, because like
you can have 11%.
Everybody loves Tony, but he contemplated ripping Hesh off so he didn't have to pay him.
Mm-hmm. Tony was good about not paying people.
Mm.
It's just it's the nature of the beast.
What's up, Burke? Hey, Chris. Hey, Steven.
What is happening?
Oh, I think all the DC books I read this week were the best books I read this week.
I read Monkey Prince last night.
What'd you think?
That's good.
Yeah, I liked it too. Thought it was a pretty good issue 1.
I mean, it didn't like blow me away or anything, but
My LCS owner was he was kind of mind blown at that last page because the certain character that threw the item doesn't miss, you know.
Right. Ouch.
I don't think I had a pick of the week, although there was some good
Justice
books.
League Incarnate.
I didn't read that.
No, you should be, dude. You definitely should be. Williamson dropped hammers this week on because it just made me think where I was talking with Brandon Comics Kings. I think it was like 2 weeks ago on a Tuesday. He was just kind of like blanketed statementing saying that Williamson's not bad, but it's not his jam because he's so predictable to him, which he's definitely not. And with Batman this week and Justice League Incarnate this week, he really flexes the fact that you think you know what I'm doing, you don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. So can I? Right. I can probably just read this.
I'm gonna pop out of here. I'll see you guys later.
All right, Mike.
Ready for work.
Take it easy.
Yep.
I'm just kidding.
That was awesome.
Get the hell
now
out.
I'll do it.
No, I'll do it.
Okay, so that came out this week, right? Incarnate.
Yeah, it was good. It was they were laying down the law. So we've had
hey John.
We've had death metal happen. Like it was really just setting the stage of like it was like a huge check-in issue. So we had death metal happen, and then future state event happened, and then it started rolling into the current continuity with the Infinite Frontier stuff. And we've had the Infinite Frontier 6 issues, then these Justice League Incarnate 5 issues series, as well as little clues and hints throughout continuity here in the past 2 weeks. And we know it's leading up to that big Justice League, Death of the Justice League event. So this issue, it took you down memory lane, getting you caught up with big multiverse style events throughout DC and how we went from the first crisis to where we are now and why it's relevant. And they threw a bunch of twists into it to kind of set the stage for how this is different than just what we've seen in the past. Which we never assumed it was what we've seen in the past, but it was just connecting stuff, which is always fun, like let's take these events and we're going to apply this to it. So it kind of gives weight to everything that came before. They set the stakes really, really high.
D. Piercy said the Daniel Warren Johnson Jurassic League. I saw you guys talking about that last night. And I wanted to say that sounds like something I have no interest in, except Daniel Warren Johnson is writing it. So I'm probably going to cry in the last issue.
Yeah. That's what
I cannot wait for that.
No matter how silly a concept or it's going to look on the surface, because he's writing it, that it's going to be dynamic, action-packed, super edgy, and it will emotionally move you on some level.
Yeah, he'll make you connected to characters that, like, it could be a side character in the background that all of a sudden has an amazing backstory. Like, you have no idea what you're going to get with that. It's going to be amazing, I'm sure. It's kind of like DC's for me. Tom Taylor just like knocked it out of the park. I didn't even want to read that, but it was amazing.
And at this point, like, people who came late have gone back and read all of it, all 4 series and stuff.
Oh yeah. Do I have I have all 4 right there.
I never picked up the hardback for what is it, World's End?
There's Hope at World's End. Yeah, that was the digital first one
that takes place during the time jump.
It was so good. That one might be my second favorite one. I think Unkillables is my favorite one.
Yeah, Unkillables was nuts, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It was only technically those 3 issues because that one shot that they did, that was in the original run that came, I think, after issue 5 or 6 or something.
Does Deceased, does that have the one shot in it, the hardback? I don't even know. You know what I'm talking about?
For volume 1, it should have the hardback. I mean, the one shot in it. What is it? A good day? It's not, a good time to die is the mini series. I forget what the little name of the one shot was. I went with all the Matina covers to get matching covers and stuff, and I remember that was the Deathstroke Matina cover.
That specific issue was one of my favorite issues of the year.
Yeah, I feel like it didn't that kind of seed and set up Unkillables on some level with like Deathstroke. Was that the issue? I can't remember what happened in it, but I don't know.
I remember Big Barda was in it. Mr. Miracle was in it. I don't know. I just remember it being such a funny, really good issue with some amazing action. I don't know if it's in here. Just
look at the credits. Go to the front of the book.
Yeah, it does. It didn't. I'm assuming because it doesn't say that it's.
Oh, if it doesn't say it, it's not in there.
No.
That's crazy that it wouldn't be there. I wonder if they included it in the Unkillables collection.
I don't know. I'm gonna look.
I don't know why. I feel like that's where you first see Deathstroke, like when the virus hits and how it doesn't really affect him because of like his regeneration or whatever. Do you have all of them in collected format?
Yeah, I have all of them. It doesn't look like it. No, I don't think it's in any of these. No, it's definitely not in this one. So there's a piece missing. So maybe they'll do like a.
It's in the first volume hardback, the one with the black spine with the red letters with Batman on the cover.
You said it is in that?
Yeah, collects Deceased numbers 1 through 6 and Deceased A Good Day to Die number 1.
Oh, I don't know where it is then. Maybe it's at the back.
It should be in between issues 5 or 6 because that's like where it came out. Whenever they do the collected volumes, the one shots and stuff like that, they go into order wherever they came reading wise.
Oh yeah, this might be it. Yeah, this is it.
Yeah, Dead Planet was a blast. when Constantine, man, him just doing his own thing, Steve, that's what really did it. Like, that was over the top cool.
I think Dead Planet's my least favorite one, and I love it.
And seeing where I liked it a lot more than the first run, and I kind of feel that way. Like, I loved the first run, but seeing Jonathan and Damien kind of grown up and working side by side, I think that's what I enjoyed so much. That was just nuts. I have not read Deathstroke Inc. yet. We know it's coming out. I'm like, that's just not something that screamed to me that I wanted to keep up with. All of the stuff going on with Checkmate, Leviathan, the current Justice League stuff, and Robin is all kind of tied in and wrapped up together. They're going to be bringing it together in like a very inclusive crossover. It's not going to affect everything outside of those titles. They're all Williamson titles as well. And it's going to happen and then wrap up before the event of Justice League Death. And Burke.
Yeah, Burke didn't like it.
So I've heard meh things about the first few issues. I don't think just Deathstroke Inc. has improved. It's going to just be like a very par series because it only exists for the point of doing this crossover thing where Deathstroke Inc. is going to have, I think, took an assassination attempt or is set up as taking assassination attempt and killing Ra's al Ghul, which causes the events of the crossover. But it's all just going to end up being like, it's not going to be pointless if you enjoy the characters, if you're having fun with the stories, but it's not going to affect the greater stuff going on. Just saying the death of Ra's al Ghul is kind of an oxymoron in itself. It holds no weight, even saying it out loud. So I just skipped on it.
We can probably talk Boba Fett's or Mandalorian spoilers, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was the best episode ever, right?
For me, no. It was amazing. It was fun. It was fan service to death. I enjoyed the episode before this one more though.
Yeah, well, the two together, I don't know which. They're very different in terms of which. I don't know. The one is Mandalorian fully, and the second one is like we get Grogu and we get stuff.
I mean, like it gets to the point where like I have after No Way Home, especially you have to just set aside how much of me enjoying this just staring. Like I can just pause it and stare at it. Like oh look, there's Luke. Let me just stare at him. This is blowing my mind. It's so cool.
He looked great too.
Episode? Yeah, how good was the episode? It was good. Nothing happened, but it was good. And that's perfectly fine.
Nothing happened.
It was just a check-in episode. Where's everybody at? We're gonna need y'all here in the next episode. Absolutely loved it though. It was great. Cad Bane showing up was really the cool part of the whole.
He looked so good. Mm-hmm. I can't get over how amazing it looked in live action. And I've been a Cad Bane fan literally my whole life before he was even made.
Yeah, everybody has. Just
everyone was.
Yeah, as soon as we talk about that, as soon as Marvel or Star Wars or DC, whoever shows up with a new character on film, everybody can automatically assume that it's everybody's favorite character.
It was my favorite character. I actually didn't even know his name until I watched the show, but I knew right away that he was always my favorite character.
Yeah, which is convenient.
It was.
Yeah, it's super convenient they chose that character for that point. It was really Kang when I started like being like, all right, dude, this is getting excessive. When the day that John Majors showed up as a Kang variant in Loki, and immediately on Instagram, people were posting random issues of comics that just happened to have Kang on it, which there's tons.
Mm-hmm.
Not like keys or first appearances or a book that implies that you took time, effort, and energy to hunt down, save money, invest into this character because you love him, but just a book that happens to have Kang on it. They post it. As everybody knows, Kang's always been my favorite character. I'm so excited for this. Like, dude,
yeah.
What? Have you even put those letters together before? Have you ever said that word before? Kang?
Ever since Iron Man 1, I was saying, man, I hope Kang shows up. That was exactly what I said. It was
before Iron Man 1, wasn't it? Is when they announced Iron Man 1. What is up, Pops?
Dude.
It was good, but again, it just illustrated again they had no direction for Boba Fett at all for the show. 100% agree.
John, I said that after the last episode. I'm completely in agreement with you. Like, it's so good, but it almost like takes away from why we even had this season called Boba Fett. Like, why? We could have just had like a mini movie or a mini Mandalorian season, like series. I don't know, like a 3-episode series.
I've told you before why we had it.
What a waste. And not to mention, they kind of made Boba Fett worse. He could have just been badass this season, something. Like, what a waste of a character. Yeah, really sucks. Boba Fett's All-Stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, really sad what they've done to Boba Fett. People loved Boba Fett because of like the mystery and how badass he could be, and then we get nothing good from him and everything good from everyone else.
Yeah, and it's not limited to anyone else. It's good from everyone else.
Yeah,
including like the Marshal and like everyone. Everyone's awesome in this. The Power Ranger kids, they're cool. They're doing stuff. The bad guy who's supposed to be like the mayor's assistant, he's even tough and squirrely. And
yeah, and I love Fennec so much. She's barely been in it, but I love her.
And then there's Boba Fett.
The main character, the worst character.
Yeah.
The Hutts are cool. Obviously, Chris Anthon, who's always been my favorite character.
Oh, and don't forget Danny Trejo, who doesn't have a choice but to be cool. And he's everyone's favorite character.
Yeah, he's just too cool.
Screw King. See, Becker prefers Immortus and Ramatut, but Kang's still his favorite character.
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm. Whoa. Pump the brakes to Piercy. What do you mean? I don't know. They kind of ruined Boba with Attack of the Clones movie. In all sincerity, I think that's for me now, like this is just going to be me viewing the movie differently. I think that's where they set the stakes high for Boba, knowing that Jango was a teetotal badass. Like Jango was tough, and knowing that Boba is an unaltered clone with like a drive for like not necessarily revenge, but like spitefulness against the Republic and the Jedi Order, you know, because that's who ultimately killed his father in his eyes, I'm sure. But yeah, Jango was tough, and finding out that he's just an unaltered clone of Jango and the Stormtroopers, I thought that added so much to him. Like, you know, inherent purpose, but he has all this drive.
Fennec is forever gonna be hot. I don't care how old she is.
yeah, there you go. Two Brothers is on it. See, Two Brothers is another channel that I watched that years before comic books were ever invented were already saying that Kang was their favorite Space Force character in the DC universe ever. And that's another channel that was definitely ahead of the curve on it. So yeah.
Dr. Doom. I wonder when we'll get Doom. Who will play Doom?
It doesn't matter. Hopefully just an iron mask. But it's Marvel, so they'll be sure to take the mask off pretty immediately, and it'll be somebody who's visually attractive no matter what your gender persuasion or sexual orientation is. You will all be attracted to the scar-faced man. Ming-Na Wen is awesome.
Yeah, I knew Gary B. loved Ming too.
Because I know Gary's not a liar, so I'm just going to assume he's correct. I don't know who that is.
That is Fennec.
Yeah, I assume that.
It's Mulan. I mean, Mulan is literally like, I think the most badass Disney princess, unless I'm forgetting one. But
dude, Jasmine would wreck Mulan in a street fight.
Who?
Jasmine.
Oh, Jasmine?
In a street fight, yeah. Jasmine would drag that person.
Jasmine from Aladdin?
Oh yeah, she's street smart.
No.
She's street smart, my dude.
I don't think so, man.
She came up rough. She came up real rough.
Jasmine.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Where you lay your head ain't got nothing to do with how you actually come up. You know what I'm saying?
Jasmine, you're insane. That's what.
Aladdin would sit there with Abu on the sideline and just watch Jasmine.
Jasmine wants to be street tough, but she's brought up.
Jasmine has proven she's street tough. Did you see the way she almost died in that hourglass, but didn't? That's crazy.
I don't know, man. I like Jasmine a lot, but not for the same reasons I like Mulan. Hope they show us about Emperor Doom.
Jasmine, you're insane. Based on what information?
They're not on your side. Jasmine, Naomi, Sky.
Oh, I don't need people to be on my side. I enjoy people being wrong. It's cool. I hope they show us more about Emperor Doom. Jasmine Naomi Scott is smoking hot. I don't spend too much time on Pornhub, so I'm not sure who that is, Steve. You'd have to fill this in.
Naomi Scott, that's the Pink Ranger from
Jasmine Naomi Scott?
Yeah.
She has a tiger. Yeah, no. Do you know how tough you have to be to have a tiger? That automatically implies that you own guns and do drugs. That's just true. How big cat owners are.
Before there was Tiger King, there was Jasmine.
Jasmine, yeah, exactly. Tiger Queen, quite literally.
Tiger Princess, literally. Let's see. What else? Oh, Peacemaker.
Jasmine could take him too.
What'd you think of Peacemaker?
Oh, it was fantastic. Dark horse pick, Ariel, Fishtail, on those other yachts. I love when Mark just vomits his opinion at people with that liberal arts confidence.
Yeah, I can't get behind Jasmine being the toughest, but
you can't get behind Jasmine?
No.
She's like the most get behind Disney princess that exists.
Yeah, we know, Burke. I just said that. Pink Ranger.
Oh, there you go. It's that chick from Hercules. Come on now. Like the one chick that actually, the one Disney princess that actually dies.
Yeah, is she a princess?
I think she's just a chump.
I think she's like the side Hercules, or not Hercules. What's
now, I'll give them this. Like if like it's like your chick and their chick roll up to the fight and they get to bring their crew with them, like that she's coming out on top. She's rolling with Hercules. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, she's probably more badass.
Yeah. I forget what her name was. I don't know why I wanted to say it was like Megan or something.
Yeah, it is. It's Megan.
Is it?
Megan. Yep.
Oh, from the live action. Yeah, she was tough, man. She was really tough.
Mm-hmm.
And she won't stay quiet. Do you remember that? That was like her whole thing.
Belle is fearless, is what aggressively relaxing. So. Yeah, maybe. She's got a Meg. Oh, Kubro says Meg. Hey.
Tell him. Oh.
I don't know what that word was.
I don't know. So, Opa.
Oh, okay. I thought you maybe knew something I didn't.
Yeah, I don't know, but she came running in here. There was a car outside that was honking at another car to move or whatever. So she felt the need to tell everybody. She came running in here from the back of the house, climbed up here just to tell everybody. And she just took back off.
It's too exciting for everyone not to know.
Great scene in Peacemaker with all the butterflies swarming the precinct. Yeah, I said that last night, like how good that whole scene was with the music and the cinematography. And it was aesthetically gorgeous. Like the way that Goff comes walking in and they're just all behind her. And then like, yeah. Belle is fearless. Okay, there we go. Belle is also into bestiality, so that's an automatic disqualifier.
Or qualifier, depending on who you are.
Is your kid Greek? I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. Never took the test. We just assumed and rolled with it, Becker.
Yeah.
Everything's been smooth since. Belle's a freak. I ain't judging though.
No. Good for her.
Yeah, good for her, man. Yeah. It's really points.
Eagly.
What other Disney princesses out there? what other Disney princesses are out there, and what are their attributes, qualities, and where do they rank in the street fight?
In the street fight, okay.
Well, that's what this is all about.
Oh, I think Anna and Elsa are pretty weak. Maybe Elsa just has ice, right? So she'd be pretty good.
I feel like everybody enjoys ice too. That's the thing. Like I put it in my drink. I enjoy wearing like winter clothes and jackets for a couple minutes. So like it's not really that big of a deal for it to be cold.
You all might be right about Mulan.
That dude was tough.
I'll make a man out of you.
That caught me off guard. Yeah, you might be right about Mulan. That dude was tough.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't think they could make Mulan today. What do you think?
I think they did. I mean, what was it, yesterday?
Nah, not in the same way. I don't know. No one watched that movie though, did they?
I did.
Or cared?
I didn't.
Lisa watched like 20 minutes of it and turned it off, and that says a lot about Lisa turning off a Disney movie.
Raya probably wins a street fight. That's a good point. She's like super trained.
Did Elsa ever hurt anyone? I don't think Elsa hurt anyone. She's afraid to hurt anyone.
Are you kidding me? Elsa hurt an entire generation of parents.
Yeah, that's true.
And continues to twist the knife from time to time. Like Elsa has earned her marks on the board as like one of the top tier Disney princesses. Jasmine would still drag her in a street fight though.
Top tier to maybe like 5-year-olds, but I don't know.
I'm not saying legendary. I'm not saying she's like legendary, like with Cinderella. Not saying that at all. Her name comes out of people's mouths often and will continue to for a while to come. It's not nearly as much as it was now.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
That doesn't mean anything when it comes to the street fight, no, but she's earned her place as recognizable, at least for sure.
Yeah, recognizable, but that doesn't mean anything. There's plenty of people that are recognized. Dennis Rodman's recognizable.
Rightfully so. He did that movie Double Take with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, that's why. That's the reason.
Yeah. And don't forget that dress. He wore that really nice dress when he married Madonna or something.
Yeah, I don't remember what he was doing in the dress, but I remember the dress.
Boo is tough. There we go. People discount that one often. No, that's Pixar or DreamWorks.
DreamWorks, yeah.
Yeah, I still think Fiona would come in like She-Hulk and do God's work.
Yeah, she's a badass for sure, but not a Disney princess.
I watched it, and you're wrong. And an idiot, Tyler. I guess he's talking about Mulan.
Mulan?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a lag to the chat.
Is that where you're hanging your hat on, Burke? Everything you like and dislike, and you're gonna say that the live action Mulan is the thing you're
Did you
live action Mulan and Power Rangers? That's what's good for Burke.
Yeah. Dang, Burke. What is going on? LCS Brian, hope you're having a good morning, my man. What's up, Brian? This dog won't leave me alone. Let me put some food in his bowl.
I should look up all the Disney princesses. Who are we leaving out? I know like Snow White. That's a bad one. Also, they're making a live action version of Snow White. And who was it? Peter Dinklage is not very happy about that. Oh, we've got Cinderella. Cinderella? What do you think of Cinderella?
The new live action or the princess in a street fight?
Just the princess in the street fight, obviously.
Monkey, who wins in a street fight, Cinderella or Teddy Bear?
Teddy Bear.
You heard it here first.
Okay. That's it. That's the answer.
Yeah, Cinderella, she got drug around by just 3 ratchet whores in the house to clean up her whole life. She's not tough at all.
Yeah, I think she's all right, I guess. Rapunzel, her hair is pretty lethal.
She can basically do anything. For sure.
Yeah. Oh, how can you make a live action Mulan without Mushu? Exactly.
I think they did. I mean, there's not really...
they did. You're right.
Yeah, they showed you how
successfully make. I think is what he was trying to say.
Yeah.
Oh, are we counting Pixar as Disney? I guess.
Merida from Brave, is that the Hawkeye?
She was pretty badass in the first half of the movie. and then the second half happened.
I haven't ever watched Brave.
It's not good. The first half of Brave I thought was going to be like maybe my favorite Pixar movie, and then the second half happened, and I was like, "Wow, I'm never."
I remember when it was coming out. Like I saw a trailer for it, I was aware of it, and I remember thinking to myself, "Like, holy crap, this looks like it's going to be awesome." And then I immediately remembered that I'm not a 7-year-old girl, so I'm like, I have no interest.
They advertised it like it was going to be that badass movie, and then went back on it completely. Really sucked. It was. I don't
know how they could ever advertise it in a way that me, the time a young adult, a grown up, would ever be like, "Oh, this looks badass."
It looked really cool.
Well, we're not the same age either. You were born in like 2002.
Yeah, that's true. How bad? I once had an argument with my, at the time, 10-year-old daughter about how bad Brave was.
Who won the argument? I have a feeling that John did not win that argument.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, Brave is really bad. It could have been amazing. Oh, yeah. What's her name? Princess Vanellope? Is that her name? I feel like that's not her name. From Wreck-It Ralph. That can't be her name. It's something like that, though. Pocahontas.
No. She's the opposite of tough. Look how that played out for her.
Mona?
She's never. All right. So Pocahontas has never even been in a street until she became like a sex slave. That was the first time she went to England and even saw a street. So she's not capable, my man. Now, if we're talking about riding bareback on a wolf or something, like that's a different story. You know, she can paint with all the colors of the wind, but street fight,
I don't know. I think she would do better than you'd expect. Better than Cinderella. She at least doesn't rank at the bottom.
No, she's definitely not at the bottom because she can scalp people.
And they call her a name that I'm not going to say on the stream the entire movie. No, they call her race a name. I don't know if I should say it, but they say it in Disney movies. So
has it been canceled on Disney Plus yet? Because they cancel their own products on that streaming service.
I don't know if it's acceptable.
Just put it into the private chat. I'm curious.
I feel like you'll say it and be like, no, that's fine.
It's not Indian, is it?
No, it's not Indian. I would say Indian.
Oh, savages?
Yeah. Is that okay?
I don't know if it's okay or not because I don't live in this world where I try to make up reasons why.
Okay, for me personally, I don't think that's probably okay. That seems pretty rough to just.
Well, do you remember they were calling them savages wrongfully so? It isn't like they were trying to convince the viewers that they were savages. The whole point is their perception of these people was wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's in the context of how you say it. You remember they were calling them savages the whole time, these people that saved their lives and got them to what they're trying. You know what I'm saying? It's a perception thing. Bert called you an idiot earlier jokingly. He's not like.
No, I don't think he was joking.
Like when you die and he speaks at your funeral, he's not going to call you an idiot in a harmful way.
Yeah, I don't know about Burke. My daughter loves Brave. Damn you, Tyler. Okay, well.
I schooled that kid.
I'm not surprised, John. You tell him.
If Merida has her bow, A Bug's Life is the best. Oh, man, I loved Ants. Do you remember Ants? It came out around the same time.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Ants.
Oh, I loved it with Christopher Walken and stuff. Oh, that was a good one. Sylvester Stallone, that was the good one.
See, Freaky Louie said it.
It's the S
He
word,
wasn't
Mark.
going to say it either.
Spider-Man got called a savage. That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, it was in the title. And did you notice it's over nonstop? So it's like they continued nonstop Spider-Man with Savage Spider-Man. They just put it over the top of nonstop. It's on the cover. By Speaks at Tyler Street, Mona. So I think everyone mispronounces Moana. I think it's pronounced Mona.
Yeah, Moana's fire, dude. Like she's tough. Like she's
I think
really
she'd be good in a street fight.
Yeah.
Not better than Jasmine for sure.
Now, I don't know, man. Jasmine she came up on them streets. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
It's a hard not life. What is up, Anachronic?
What's up?
Yeah, Peacemaker was good though.
Who am I missing?
Yeah. All that to answer your question. And yeah, Peacemaker was good.
Snow White would be the worst Disney princess in a street fight.
I think Cinderella would, honestly.
It'd be close. Those
she
two
has like no
terrible.
physical strife in her life. Snow White at least like had to have like wood smarts. You know what I mean? Like,
no, she didn't. She had the dwarves that helped her.
Yeah, that helped her, but that was still her environment. Cinderella's environment.
Basically, both of them could clean. They were both good cleaners. Cinderella was forced to, but that's it.
Well, we got to figure out then which one's a better cleaner because they probably have better muscle memory, like for jabbing. Like,
yeah, but I don't know. Man. I don't think they'd be good at jabbing.
Yeah.
They'd jab and like hurt their hand.
So are you saying that like Cinderella would make Snow White polish her glass slippers? That's how it would end.
Yeah, probably.
I couldn't tell you what happened in Shrek 3.
I don't remember Shrek 3. 1 and 2, I think, are just amazing, but I don't really remember 3. What's that?
What is going on?
Wile E. Coyote and
Martian Manhunter, and congrats on your 300 plus subscribers.
Yeah, awesome.
Mm-hmm. Ramenverse, what is going on? Let's see. I didn't sell enough yesterday, Mark, to buy a Brave and the Bold 28. Yeah, that's a fact, Steve. That is a fact because they cost more than $7.
I only watched it for a little bit because I had to jump out, so I didn't see how well you did or if you sold any big books.
Oh, he was selling stuff. He was definitely selling stuff. Sold happened a lot. Every time he would sell something, you'd hear him go, "Okay, guys."
Oh, it didn't go well.
Oh, it went great. He sold stuff. That was the goal.
Yeah. So you sold stuff for $1 or $2?
$1. Yeah. Every now and then it hit $2.
Nice. I think. Oh, when I was in there, I saw something sell for $40.
Yeah, that was a set that he started at $40.
Oh,
the
okay.
TMNT Best of set. There was the complete set minus Jenica. I think Jenica comes out next week though, and I don't think there's going to be too many people that'll be crying out to own that one, other than they just want the set to match.
Oh, Panda didn't promote it, Beckerman, so it's Panda's fault.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Now, in Panda's defense, Steve didn't promote it either, or announce it, or do it at a pre-planned time. He's just like, "Yeah, I think I want to go live in an hour," and he said that like in a private chat.
Yeah, I did notice that because I jumped into Whatnot and I saw he was live, and then I looked and I didn't see it promoted anywhere, and I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, this is just luck that I see him live."
Yeah, I did pick up Superman Batman, the McGinnis run, issues 1 through 6 for $1. I'm like, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I could have been picking stuff up for whack hacks at that price.
In all sincerity, like it is, like a lot of the books were just he wasn't putting up books, that he was trying to get rich on. They were just books that
filler
books out of where he bought like a lot of comics,
Yeah.
Books that were never meant for his PC. Stuff like that. Stuff that just needed to get out of his way. And if he can make a little bit of money on it, awesome.
What's up, Chop? Yeah, that's what I'm afraid to do. I'm trying to get into Whatnot, but I don't really know if I should even care to try because I think I'm just going to sell low keys and filler, and it's not really worth it. So
you got to have that kind of stuff. You have to have big ticket stuff and incentivize the live chat to get people there. And then you have to have like a Comic Man Andy bombastic personality that you come with a group of people that just enjoy the hangout aspect, even in the buying as a bonus, that you can just keep excited and drive those dollar bin books up to $3-4, to really be capping on them. And people are still happy with picking them up. And they're really there for the opportunity at the big books, at the good shot at keys, and to be entered in giveaways. Like,
if you buy something, I do giveaways and stuff. Sure.
If you buy something tonight, every purchase, add your name to the giveaway wheel. Mm-hmm. Every purchase is another entry. Then at the end, do a giveaway on it.
Yeah, I would definitely do that because I think you have to do that to be successful in there. I've watched too many that didn't have it.
There's too many people up there doing that to not do it also. Like, It's not a matter of if you want to. It's just that's what it looks like. Steve, I see that you saw the little mini video I sent you late last night. You didn't answer, though. Last night I spent 5 minutes actually pulling some books out of the PC to go just to put them up on the Pop's Attic site. Just a couple of Batman books are easily accessible that are doubles.
Are they all already up there? Or?
No, they're sitting right here. They're not keys. There's a couple of older ones, not like massively old, but just a couple older ones and some newer. It's like 8 or 9 books. It's not even a lot of books. I'm trying to just make room in the boxes that are here for new comics to go in. Let's see. What is up, Manny? Station YouTube.
What's up?
Hope you're doing good today. Oh, snap. I need to drop this for 1 second and go check on the progress of the child.
Good. I got this. Okay, so Batman 120. Now that Mark's gone, I'm going to talk about Batman, of course. But Batman was amazing. Abyss is amazing. The End was amazing. I love the art so much. I know Burke was talking about it for a little bit, but did anyone else read Batman? Because, man, I am loving it so much. I kind of love it as much as when Tinian first jumped on, because I loved that first arc where they were like going to, I always forget his name, the guy with the D on his face. I forget his name every single time, but I loved that arc until we found out it was Joker or a dead Joker or whatever it was. That was pretty worthless. What else was good this week? Detective Comics. That was pretty terrible. I hated it, and I'm really disappointed because I've really liked Detective Comics for so long. And it was like we just glossed over a bunch of characters, and there was nothing interesting about it. I hated every second of it. Dark Knights of Steel. I think everyone likes Dark Knights of Steel, but I don't really like it. And I think it's just the where it is, what like medieval times. It just doesn't really interest me. I think it's written well, but it's like the old-timey talk kind of thing takes me out of it. I know Mark likes Dark Knights of Steel, so that's the person to talk about it. I just literally don't care at all.
Elseworlds perspective to it. I like the sword and sorcery aspect to it.
Everything about it I think is good. I just think it's
not your jam.
It's not interesting to me.
And it's just the opposite with me. Like I enjoy the hell out of stuff like that.
Well, I like Elseworld stuff, but this just, I don't know. It feels really forced.
It almost feels like playing like Where's Waldo at the same time as reading a comic book, because you're looking for familiar characters that don't look how they normally look. You're like in this issue specifically, in the flashback, the big bad guy character, seeing how they amalgamated a few other characters to create this. I'm like, oh, that's cool. You know?
Oh, that was so cool.
Yeah,
that was super cool. But that's all it was to me, is like, oh, that's neat. I was like, I just don't care though. But I don't think it's bad. It's just okay. Because I know Lee always buys things after they're already out because it's the best way for him to get them. This one I would tell him to pass on, but I don't know. I didn't have a pick of the week this week. Oh my god, crossover. I don't really even want to talk about it too much because I really can't stand it. What did you think of crossover?
I haven't picked up this issue. I'll pick up mine today. You're not enjoying the second arc?
I decided to jump into it again. So I haven't been reading it, and I read them, and then I read the newest one, and I absolutely hate it. I hate the plot so much. It feels like this entire universe was created so he could put himself into it. It is like the most self-serving thing I've ever read, and I hate it.
It has been self-serving since issue 1 of volume 1, and like in this second,
that's why I stopped reading it.
In this arc, he plays it the same way but differently, in a sense that it's not necessarily like if you don't read all of his old old titles that were never really on the map, you're lost. This one has its own story arc that's like unique to it. But then when he kind of throws himself in there, I thought that was an interesting way to do it. And then he even addresses his own personal tropes. He starts talking about it.
I know it's supposed to be cute, and it's not.
Well,
it's
no,
not
I don't think it's cute at all. I think it's honestly
it's
cool way
bad,
of going about doing it. I'm about to run Finn to school. It's 7 minutes till they open the doors, and 3 minutes from my house. You good for a few minutes?
Yep.
Boom, boom, boom.
I'm gonna have to be right.
I was making sure.
I'm really surprised we don't have anyone else on right now.
Yeah, normally there's somebody else by now.
Yeah.
Boom.
This is me by myself.
I'll be right back.
Yep. I'll just make myself big because why not? It's the best way to go. But yeah, I really hate crossover. I feel like such a hater today. Amazing Spider-Man 88. That was pretty fun. Goblin Queen. She looks really cool. The end action was the best part for sure. I wouldn't say I love every second of the story, but the first half actually was pretty bad. It was like everyone literally sitting in an office talking to each other about things I don't care about. And then the action was amazing. So it saved it. Whatever. Did anyone else read Savage Spider-Man this week? I don't know if Louie, if you read it, but dude, Savage Spider-Man, the action in it was incredible. I loved Savage Spider-Man. It's basically all it is action. So there's not a whole lot of depth there, but it was super fun. What else did I watch this week? I watched The Bachelor, which was obviously amazing. And there was something else I watched with Lisa. Boba Fett. I've been watching some cooking show. That was really good, but I fell asleep. Yeah. What's up? What's up, Dan? Oh, Brian, you read it? I'd love to hear what you thought. Just some grunting and fighting and say, yeah, that's basically what it was. It was like 4 or 5 straight pages of just them punching each other, and it was super fun. I love the art. Ignacio has a Kickstarter out right now, which was really good because he sent it to me early to review it, and it was really good. If you have Apple TV, try After Party. I don't know anything about After Party. I've never even heard of that. Let me look that up. After Party. Oh, I think somebody just joined. Oh, what's up?
Holy cow, is it already over?
No, it's not over. We're going, but Mark just took his kid to school, and here I am by myself.
Wow.
After Party. Yeah, no one's really been on this morning, just Beckerman.
All these people, they get a snow day, so they all decide to sleep in, huh?
I guess so.
Slackers.
Oh, yeah. After Party's on who is that? Tiffany Haddish? I love Tiffany Haddish. She's super funny. Comic Kings, what's up? God. And then Tyler, will you be showing off more of your slabs? Did you say that right as Rob jumped in or before? I can show off more slabs, but you have to wait for Slab Hub. I'm going to be back on Slab Hub in April. I'm not 100% sure the day. It's like April 15th or something. Somewhere around there. So what's new with you, Rob?
I work too much of it. I got up early so I could spend some time on this before work to an overflowing inbox. So, well, I'll still tune into this because I can work while talking. I didn't realize I was going to be the only person here with you.
Yeah, just for now. Then Mark will be back. Did you already watch Peacemaker?
Watched it last night. Yeah.
Or Boba Fett?
I watched that the night before.
What'd you think?
Peacemaker, I thought this was the weakest of the episodes thus far.
Oh my God, really?
Although when I say weakest, I mean it was it was all just filling stuff that I knew was going to happen at this point.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So it wasn't like there wasn't like any like oh my God moments or oh my gosh, right?
But I thought everything was good.
It wasn't bad. Don't get me wrong. When I say weak, I mean everything's got to have a weakest part. Right? When something's really, when you're looking at the Sistine Chapel, you're looking to go, oh, look, he's got a little color dribble over here. That's disappointing. You know?
I've never been to the Sistine Chapel, so I wouldn't know.
Either have I, but I've seen pictures. So the Peacemaker. It was funny. It was fun. My wife came in when he's sitting at the piano, and she's just like, "Oh, wow, they really are playing this thing straight, aren't they?"
Yeah, I thought that was a different part. And I remember I was watching with Lisa. It was the first time she's seen an episode, and she was like, "Oh, you can play the piano." I was like, "Yeah, I guess he kind of can." Well, I don't know why this is in the episode, but
whether he can play the piano himself, or whether he can sit there and move his fingers and they can play in piano.
No, I definitely think he was playing it because they had some wide shots of it. Whether he learned just that part of it or whatever, but he can definitely play a little bit.
Anybody can finger keys and dub in audio after the fact.
No, he was playing it. I can confidently say, especially from someone that doesn't know how to play the piano, I can definitely say he can play it. You know,
the penis is the weakest part of the Sistine Chapel.
The penis.
Oh, there's always paintings of naked people, and anyways, plays the piano and speaks Mandarin fluently. I got Mandalorian on the brain.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah. I mean, overall, it was a fine episode. I enjoyed it. It was fulfilling a lot of things that you knew were going to happen at some point, and now you're building up to the big climax, right? Where they're going to have some three-way action,
flying down and like tearing people's eyes out was probably my favorite part.
Yeah, no, you get mad about throwing a knife, and here comes Eagly tearing eyes out and freaking knocking people into the ground and head smashing on the rocks and just all sort of stuff.
Yeah, that was badass.
Okay, I'm not saying that he wasn't. I was just saying it was a possibility that he wasn't playing. But thank you all for being so defensive of John Cena.
Yeah, the diary and the police captain. The diary thing is just a setup. I think that's just like a plot setup.
Well, he had taken that from that. Wasn't that something he had taken from the first chick?
Yeah,
that was the first butterfly that he ended up with.
Because she like set it. She set it there, right? She like placed it.
No, I don't know. I thought it was like I haven't gone back and looked at it, but I could have sworn it was like just amongst her stuff that he picked up or something.
Oh, there's an end credit scene. Oh, I didn't watch that.
Yeah, it's playing on that whole thing about the face and trying to make.
Yeah, that was
Which,
funny when they were all smiling. I like that.
Well, the captain.
Tasty placed it. Did I just say that? Nice.
Walker's place. Oh, really?
What are you reading?
The comment from Mark about the diary was planted by Walker's daughter.
Yeah.
On Walker's. I guess I didn't remember that.
Yep. Pinned on the Peacemaker to cover their tracks. Yeah. Yeah, Tasty. I'm always going to call her Tasty. I don't even know what her real name is, but even if I ever find it out, it doesn't matter because she'll always be Tasty for me. What's up, Panda? Well, she's Tasty and Orange is the New Black. That's why. That's her name.
Okay. But as far as the captain goes, obviously he was working with. I thought he was one of the butterflies already too initially, but then when gets infested by one of them, by them again, or whether one of them goes in and kills the other butterfly or something, I don't know.
Yeah, I thought he was too. That really surprised me.
Yeah. But whatever's clever. Adrian. But Mandalorian. Oh wait, Boba Fett. That's right. The last two episodes obviously have been a different tempo because they're a completely different show. I mean, what, 2 episodes on a 7 episode? I think it's always supposed to be 7 episodes.
Yep, it's 7. There's 1 left. I'm pretty sure.
1 left, and you've had the last 2 episodes are building up to your final episode. That Boba Fett's had 2 minutes of screen time.
Yeah, it's been. We talked about it earlier. Boba Fett has literally been the worst character. There maybe have been 7 better characters in this show.
You know, it just, I don't understand what. I mean, I understand things setting up, you know, it's this whole integral world stuff, but I don't understand taking an entire, as much fan service as it was to see Luke and Ahsoka together and to see her say things like, you're like your father, or I'm a friend of the family. And
Ahsoka was inserted into the episode pretty it didn't need to be. That was the only character that didn't need to be in this episode.
No, but seeing those things was fun, right?
Oh yeah, I still loved it.
But all the, you know, the stuff with the, I don't know, that whole episode, I just don't. I understand where it's going long term potentially, but as much fun as it was, it just didn't seem to make sense for what's going on. It's like, we stretched out all this stuff, this backstory with him, with Boba Fett, and then we're not going to talk about it. We're just going to go away from it for 2 episodes, and now all of a sudden we got to kind of come back to everything entitled. I'll see once everything comes together in the final episode. Obviously, the at the very end, you know, I think I got fully aroused with Cad Bane showing up.
Oh my god!
Right.
I've said it like 10 times now, but how good did he look on screen?
Oh yeah, I can believe him walking across. Well, he's just walking across the desert. What the fuck? But you know, and then I've seen some of the people complain that he didn't look like he did in the Clone Wars. But can we do math for a second and talk about like how many years it's been since the Clone Wars?
I didn't know anyone was complaining about that.
Oh yeah, there's people who were complaining about the fact that he didn't look right, and people have gone in and redone his coloring and bringing his jawline and different, and all, you know, redoctoring pictures.
Clone Wars, the TV show, right?
The cartoon.
Yeah, it's a cartoon. Like everyone looks a little different.
Right. No, I didn't see people redoing Rosario Dawson to make her look like.
Yeah,
but even
crazy.
still, I mean, people understand that Ahsoka has aged since then. But what makes you think that Cad Bane hasn't aged since then? I mean, he was an adult when Boba Fett was just a little bitty kid.
Mm-hmm.
Because he takes him under his wing at some point. So, you know, the characters, you know, you figure, okay, let's say he was a young adult then, he was a leader-ish, so maybe he's in his mid 20s to low 30s at best in Clone Wars. Yeah. And then as time goes by, he's gonna be, and granted, we don't know how his species ages, et cetera, but he's 60, 70 years old now, at least. I think it's fair to say that maybe his features have drooped a little bit, and the weathering and everything, his skin may have paled some. I mean, Jesus. Yeah, Boba Fett's 43, yeah, so you know, Cad Bane's got to be close to 70. And we understand, again, different species ages. I understood that, Rock City. But yeah, we don't know that necessarily that they age less or that they don't show those signs of aging differently.
I can't believe that anyone complained about how he looked in any fashion because he looked so damn good.
Yeah. Right. And and again, like you said, I don't need live action characters to look 100% animation accurate.
Yeah. And they obviously look a little different. Like, look at Yoda. Yoda doesn't look the same. It's slightly different. He looks and not to mention, if we're going to talk about the animation is terrible. So why does anyone need to look like the animation? It's like the worst animation of all time.
Like Joe, nothing wrong with 70. I look at least 69. Yeah, no, you know, it's funny. It's one of the things I anecdotally, one of the things I thought was the coolest was the giant robot ants.
Oh yeah.
I was just like, that is so cool. Here's just a bunch of robot ants all just you know what they're doing. You get it. You're like, that's kind of cool. I don't know where he got all. Well, I guess you just buy him. What the hell? Yeah, Henry Cavill did not look like Superman from the '90s cartoon. You're right.
Yeah, that was the biggest problem.
And none of them look like a '60s cartoon. So
Yeah, I loved it. Honestly, it was. I don't know if it was my. I basically said it was my favorite episode. I was so happy the entire time I watched it. That's the best thing I can say about it. The episode just made me so happy. Like, I was so happy. But every scene, there was no worthless moment. There was no worthless moment in the episode. Like the beginning with Timothy Oliphant, which the Marshal, I don't know his real name. And then it like concludes
Cobb,
with Cad
whatever his name
Bane,
is.
Yeah, everything about it. Like those were the two smallest scenes, and even those came together well. Just so happy. I could go watch it again right now. Grogu. I guess we're getting into spoilers. We've basically been in spoilers the whole time, but he has to be taking his little jumpsuit,
you
right?
expect most of the time you're going to get spoilers, right?
Well, this one specifically, it's been out a couple days now. You had to watch it if you weren't up to date. Like
if Cobb Van, thank you, Beckerman. Yeah, if you're a Star Wars fan and you've gone more than 2 days without checking it,
yeah, you are way behind. Get with the times. But oh shit, what was his name? Grogu at the end. He has to be taking his peace metal armor, right? That way he gets out of there so he doesn't die to what's his name?
Kylo Ren. Yeah. I mean, it's that, and otherwise, if he doesn't, you now sideline him, and he can't be back for Mandalorian season 3, right?
Yeah, that too.
Maybe these all should be just called the Grogu Show.
Yeah, maybe he will. Maybe this will lead into Grogu. Grogu jumping around. Like, how could you not just love that?
Did you get more Boba Fett show? Oh, Valence. Valence. Yeah, he's probably the next. Unless they're gonna. I don't think there's a need to bring in any more IGs. Since none of them will have the same personality that everyone fell in love with IG-11. They couldn't. Bosk. Transdoshans are boring. So if you're going to bring in any others, Valence would be probably the only. Since they seem to be pulling in EU property items, if you're going to bring another bounty hunter, that would be it. I don't. At this point, there's no reason to do it, but I'd like to see somehow at some point them work in Dr. Aphra.
I don't know anything about Aphra, really. I started reading her series and stopped. But I know everyone likes her.
Yeah. Well, she is very different and original, but what you basically know is going into this episode now you have to have a battle, right? Between the Pike and them, and potentially a reveal of somebody else behind the Pike syndicate actions.
Oh, what's his name?
Crimson.
Why can't I remember anyone's name today? The blue guy. Not Cad Bane. Admiral
Thrawn.
Is Thrawn going to be at the last episode?
I wouldn't think so, because I think that's an Ahsoka thing. I think is where we're going to see Thrawn come in.
Yeah. As far as I understand, but he could somehow cameo at the end of the episode or something, right?
Well, if she, it depends upon what the plan is, right? I would think not. If he's in deep space along with Ezra, and from after the end of Rebels, and that's what Ahsoka's.
Oh, I
go
haven't
off to
watched
go.
Rebels, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, all right. Well, spoiler alert.
No, that's fine. I think you need to say stuff like that because not everyone knows.
No, I was being facetious with my spoiler alert. So Thrawn and Ezra Bridger end up being taken off by the space whales into the deep uncharted space and disappear. And then there was stuff with at the very end was Ahsoka getting ready to go and potentially go look for Ezra. And so that seems, I would imagine that that's kind of where that would go with Thrawn. I wouldn't be surprised really if there's another reveal in the last episode. It's more with Crimson Reign, because of the fact that Marvel does and Disney does this thing where the fact that we've been blasted with them showing up in the War of the Bounty Hunters, the fact that we've seen them crop back up in their own series, and some of these other things that they've been bringing them back to their conscious out of the one movie that they really probably want to try to forget more. It makes more sense that the fact that you're bringing these up to remind people of this group is because now you're going to have them pop again in the movie. It's all this synergy they like to do.
Rob, I didn't see it till a meme that somebody posted after the fact, but not this week's episode, but last week when they were fixing the starfighter from Naboo and just going through the parts. Someone put up a picture where Mando picked up a part, and it was the beam from the trash compactor. Like they put the picture of the trash compactor scene from episode 4 with
I heard that. I saw
Mando
that too.
held up. And it's not just a smooth bar. Like it actually got texture and stuff to it. And it was in the meme, at least, it was the same beam. I haven't gone back and checked in the show.
Well, it couldn't be the same beam because this takes place many years later. But
the same. It's the same beam, like how you have a 4x4, but it's not
right.
the same
No.
4x4.
And that wouldn't be surprising. I mean, you could imagine if something was damaged in, starfighter parts or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, they were stealing parts from all kinds. It wasn't even starfighter parts necessarily, because they were stealing parts from anything that was compatible that was the Jawas could get their hands on. So
the Jawas could get their hands on everything.
Yeah, Brian. I think I would not expect Boss to show up. I wouldn't expect the Transdoshans. Having them talk is, well, I guess it's no worse than having a Wookiee talk, but.
Why can't they just learn English?
It's not that they can't learn it, because they obviously understand it. It's their ability to speak it. Make certain sounds are not easy for them to do.
I don't fall for that.
Matter of fact, there was one.
It's like when you go out in public and you hear people speaking another language and they can understand you. You're like, I know that they can talk to me. They just don't want to.
Well, there was an old EU book. I can't remember if it was in the Han Solo series of books or something, where at one point they end up on Kashyyyk, and there is a Wookiee there that is speaking Basic, and they ask him about it, and he says it has something to do with he has a speech and something wrong with his speech, or that just makes it so he's actually able to speak Basic, whereas the others who have no.
So is this a paperback book?
At this point in time, it would be.
Yeah. So I was just wondering real quick to add to that, because there's a lot of expanded Star Wars universe stuff that was in paperback book form. So when Chewbacca or Wookiees in general would be a part of that book, and there would be dialogue scene, would they just say like the Wookiee roared, or would they actually try to write in like the speech for it? Not asking jokingly, just
no. They would generally have some. They would just like some kind of row or something, and then you'd have that type of response back that basically has to summarize what they said or something, so you can infer it, or there would be somebody there to interpret.
I didn't know if they just like went like a route where they just basically translated on paper what they were saying.
No, just the same thing with like R2 and stuff, droids. So they just
everyone can understand him except the viewer.
Right, exactly. You get to infer, and you have to, and your actor's response always has to be something that then brings it back.
What's going on, Fox Crown? That's pretty funny.
But yeah, I wish I could remember which book is. I could have sworn it's probably one of the old original Han Solo trilogy books,
The
which was like
trilogy,
way kind of the Han Solo adventures type books, whatever it was. But I just remember there was something about the way they speak, or something that his speech, blaming it on a speech impediment, or oh, I know it was like, so I think it was like Luke said something, or somebody said something to the wiki is, oh, you mean all this time Chewbacca has a speech impediment? And they're all, no, actually it's me who has the speech impediment, but it just makes it so he can speak.
Tyler, is it St. Patrick's Day at your house?
No. It should be, though.
I like how your goatee matches your undershirt.
Oh, yeah.
It was gray on
Were
last time.
you trying to say, Mark, that I need to go find a new shirt to match my?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have
you need a blue goatee.
I need or a heather gray
9
t-shirt.
after.
Yeah, I always try to match things with my goatee.
Oh, goodness gracious. Sometimes I got to find time to read my comics.
Yeah, I've got a stack that I still need to go through from this week. Normally I'm a little bit farther ahead, but I did pick up some back issues that came in the mail. I have Billy the Kit from like 2 weeks ago still that I just realized that I haven't read yet. Then I have those Port of Earth, that series that Scott from Hoarder's Hide was telling me about it. The guy, that artist that he follows closely that does Bunny Mask. This is something that artist worked on, and it's a sci-fi kind of thing, just like aliens and sci-fi stuff. And he was telling me that it got Amazon option or whatever. So I grabbed the first 4 issues for like super cheap, just to read it and see if it's interesting. So I want to try to read those. Then I haven't read Detective yet, World of Krypton from this week yet, and none of my Marvel or indie pickups, which is probably just means a couple of indie pickups. Got a lot to read.
Why is my thing not working?
But it's raining outside, so this is a great day for reading. Normally, it's just kind of a chillax day. I mean, whatever that means with kids in the house.
Oh my God. Broken as fuck.
Dang it.
I'm trying to send an email for work, and for whatever reason, it's not finding people.
Hey, Newburn, that's one. That's one that's on my list. Got the hiccups, man. God.
You should, well, put this. Why do I have to scroll through this list? Why won't you auto search? Stupid fucking.
Making you work.
Well, I gotta find somebody. I gotta send an email. I don't know their email address at work, and normally we can just go in and start typing their name, and it auto finds and pulls. But for whatever reason, that's not working. So I have to scroll. Well, we got like 4,300 employees or something, and so the scroll speed to go through it is set weird. At trying just to find slow roll to find somebody, it's just not working. I don't understand.
Gotta go, guys. See you soon. All right, Anachronic. Dude, I don't know why that search and email feature has never worked for me. I don't know if I'm just doing something wrong or what, but I've never had any luck with it. I've tried it a few times.
I don't use it often, but the problem is normally we have a certain name format for our emails, like most businesses, but it gets confusing with so many of our international where the international employees, where the names are either different or presented differently to you, so you don't know are they for this or that, or their names that you know them as aren't their full name. That's the email address, right? Because either they've gone by a shortened version of their name, or they're gone to a name to make it easier for their other people to talk to them. But it's just, oh, there it is, finally. Yeah. All right, this is one where somebody shortened their name. It goes by a shortened piece of it. That makes it harder to. All right.
Dude, y'all realize how close we are to the Batman movie? Like that's like March 3rd or 4th or something.
Less than a month.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, dude, as a DC
haven't
fan, I am so hopeful after the Suicide Squad and really love you after the Snyder Cut, the Suicide Squad, this upcoming Batman. Like their slate has so much potential. You know what I mean? It doesn't look like just I don't know, man. I hope to God they start knocking it out of the park. I still am worried with like the business end of them is not settled. They have another merger accusation. How do you say it?
Acquisition.
Acquisition. That's the one with Discovery that's being ironed out and happening and everything.
Splitting off of time.
Yeah. So whatever direction they might be attempting to what I did not. Whatever they're attempting to do now might not be what the direction it goes after the fact. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I didn't realize it was that close, but then again, I haven't been paying that much attention to it. I guess I've been, I've passively watched some of the trailers and getting, they're intriguing and I'm interested in seeing it, but I just haven't been getting as into it because I don't want to get let down again by DC.
I'm excited, but I'm cautiously excited. Like I think like it would be such a smart play, like with the Batman movie. It seems like it's its own thing. It's not beholden to other movies. It's not trying to take place in a time era that's beholden to other stuff. So hopefully they just do one-offs. Just let this Batman movie be this Batman movie.
Yeah, well, Batman is the safe play because it's one of those movies that it's a franchise like Spider-Man that you can keep running out there over and over again, and people may complain and bitch about it, but they still go see it. You may not get that with some of these other side or lesser, even though they're not even though the Flash or somebody's not really a lesser hero, but they don't carry the same popularity. Especially amongst the general public, maybe more popular in comics, but not necessarily in the general public's eyes, the passive viewer. But I'm getting that way even with Marvel right now. I am starting, as much as I'm interested in the overall story arc, and there's so much content that's coming that I want to see at the same time, I just begin to start to worry as it starts coming these flows. I'm like, are you biting off too much? Are you starting to get ahead of yourself and trying to deal with too many different things simultaneously? Like this, Doctor Strange just scares me for some reason.
Oh man, like I'm afraid to even talk. Well, they're just rumors at this point, but it's rumored to be rolling in the X-Men, like with James McAvoy is rumored to be making.
Really, I didn't hear that.
The Fantastic Four is rumored to be in it, and there's even potential leaked images going around. We already seen from the trailer, American Chavez is in it. The Dark Doctor Strange from What If, that could have potentially been him that we saw in the trailer, which that's not a real big stretch, but there's so many cameos.
Yeah.
But the format of the movie would just hopping through the multiverse, not spending a lot of time or plot on all these cameos and appearances.
Which then just it's a lot of fans. It becomes a lot of fan service, which then scares me for the people that aren't at this point. I guess maybe you're not going to go see that movie if you're just a passive viewer. It's people who are going to see that movie, or the people who are vested in this stuff at this point. Because I can't imagine.
I don't know. Because I think my mom will probably see it, and she doesn't know.
Has she seen some of the other movies though? At least,
yeah. She's seen the MCU movies. That is
right.
What she knows, and she definitely hasn't seen all of them.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that's the thing, right? When you start getting to the point where you're having to get to, you start to fall into the problem that Star Wars has fallen into, which is that there's so many things that are going on that we're taking pieces of that you're just like, you got to do your homework to understand what's going on. Like, where the hell does this come from? Why is this happening? You're like, oh, well, that was in this book over here, and
It's kind of the comic book issue where people have a hard time figuring out where to jump in at.
Yeah. And, I don't think there needs to be always a thing of, I need to introduce 75 characters in this movie. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean,
wonder if
obviously,
they're going to have like a soft reset kind of thing. Kind of like how they've done with Spider-Man at this point. All the plot that was bogged down by people knowing his identity and all of his participation in the events of Infinity War and Endgame and Civil War, all of that, none of it matters. Like the next time we see Spider-Man, plot-wise, it's his first outing or team up with somebody or anything. His history has started over because of the events of No Way Home. So I wonder if, especially having a villain like Kang or something that's dealing with the timeline, like you can kind of pull the same stunt where the events of this, there's you're no longer bogged down with the plot weight of Thanos' snap and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, we'll see.
They have an opportunity to clean it up, kind of like with what Flashpoint has always been, and what it's supposed to do. Like for the Snyderverse stuff, it's supposed to.
When is that out?
It's rumored to put a cap on that. With the messing with the time stuff. We know that Ben Affleck's Batman is in it, but this is supposed to be able to bookend it. Like I haven't read all the spoilers that people were mad about. Oh, they're killing the Snyderverse. Well, cool. Like I would be happy as all get out if HBO Max like continued it, this and that. But in all reality, like you can't continue it. Like there's other stuff that's been going on, and we know that those actors aren't going to be tied to it like forever. Henry Cavill doesn't have a thing going on, so doing a Flashpoint to bookend it or close it off, that's like the most comic book respectful way you can possibly do it. Like you address it, you close it out. Like getting closure is awesome in my opinion. Like I'm a huge Snyder fan. Like that still is up there. That hasn't gone anywhere in forever. I would love to get some closure, address it, and move on. That's like kind of tipping your hat at it. Like, good job. I'm glad we were able to do it.
I mean, you don't want to just have these dangling threads out there. What happened here and stuff like they do in the comics.
People live in with that what if factor.
I wonder if we'll get a trailer at the beginning of the Batman so it's 10 months away from now, and it'll be 9 months away when the Batman comes out. So we could get like a teaser trailer for the Flash.
Is that movie still going forward?
Oh, definitely.
Dude, the Flash is going forward at full speed, man.
Yeah, that's already Michael Keaton's in it. Affleck.
Ezra Miller's in it.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe.
There's two of them.
I don't know. Too many multiverse movies now.
Oh, this is the one that I'm excited for.
But hey, I understand. At this point they're playing to the base. Forget the normal the whole audience as a whole, and let's just go for the hardcore.
Man, I think people are primed for Flash. He's kind of like whether you watch it or not, like because of the CW and how long it's been around and in pop culture and on T-shirts and on commercials, people are familiar with the Flash and his thing. This isn't going to be a tough sell at all.
I don't know. At this point, I don't know. Personally, for me, I think that when I think of the Flash on the TV show, man, I stopped watching that ages ago. And it was like unless you're a Flash fan, I don't know how many people are just casual people that are just going like, oh, I gotta go watch the Flash.
But we've got Batman in it. We've got Michael Keaton Batman in it. I think that alone is going to sell it.
That'll draw in against fans, older people like myself who grew up and thought that was like the baddest ass cool stuff, and they just want to see that stuff, right? And it's not a bad thing to know your audience and do the stuff that's going to make your audience super happy and thrilled and keep them engaged, and then they help to spread the word of how great it is, and then the casual people go, and even if they don't get it all, maybe they get caught up in the hype and the wave, and that's fine. But again, this is just I don't know. Maybe it's just me grousing for no reason in particular, just being a grumpy old man. But
I think what you're saying is true. I agree with you. I just think there's going to be a lot of people. It's going to go to it's a lot of people who are fans of just Batman alone. And think about the Justice League movie. Like, we've got so many fans of that movie alone that will come in for this one too. I don't know.
Well,
It's hard to say what it'll hit.
I think I think the same people who go to see, for the most part, people are going to go see these comic book movies are the same people going to go see all the comic book movies or most of the comic. There are ones that people may not go see in the theaters, same like, especially as Marvel goes into some of these more esoteric properties, the Eternals. Right. It's like, okay, I wasn't sure about going to the theater to see that one, but I did. And
I didn't.
Oh wait, no, I didn't. I think I guess I could watch that one at home.
Yeah.
And it was good. I was fine with it.
I thought it was fun.
And but at the same time, I probably wouldn't, if it wasn't for the fact that they had this whole giant connected universe that you kind of get vested in, or because I'm not plugged in, or to the community and doing stuff that really I watched it because we're going to do a talk show about it. So I got to go watch it now so I can talk from a point of interest.
Well, I apologize. I had to take a phone call, but so I don't know if y'all addressed this comment, but No Way Home is only 23 million off Avatar in box office. And last I checked, it still hasn't been released in the China marketplace yet, has it?
No.
So it's definitely going to top Avatar. No question about it.
I've never seen Avatar.
I don't know what.
It's live action. If you like Fern Gully, which is definitely after your time, probably by about 10, 15 years.
Is that a Pokemon?
No,
it's a movie.
It's a cartoon from like 93 or 94.
Yeah.
Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest. It's about a lumberjack guy named Zach who's just clearing out a rainforest as a job, and he gets shranked by a little tree fairy, and he just spends the rest of the movie getting chased by Tim Curry, the goo monster, trying to stop him from destroying the rainforest. It's fantastic. It's literally Avatar.
So it's a remake of the Lorax. Got it.
No, it's a pre-make of the Lorax. Because nobody speaks for the trees. They battle for the forest. It's different. I like the Lorax too, though. That was a good one.
Yeah, Venom 2. I haven't seen any
Venom
of the Venom
2. Did you see Venom 2?
I haven't even seen Venom 1.
Oh wow.
I was so.
You're winning then.
Yeah, it's like nothing. There was nothing in any trailer. Usually, the trailer, they take the best bits to get you excited about it, and the movie may either live up to the trailer or it sucks compared to the trailer. But with the trailer, it doesn't even freaking tantalize me.
Venom 2, in my opinion, was the worst comic book movie that's ever been made. I like Elektra better than Venom 2. Hands down. Like, it's not even a comparison for me. Like, I legitimately enjoy Elektra better than Venom 2. It's that bad.
I didn't think Venom 2 was as bad as everyone said, but I also didn't like it and would never tell anyone to see it.
Yeah, well, then it sounds like it's as bad as everyone said.
I just think people hated it like it was the worst movie of all time, and I didn't think it was that bad.
Well, you knew coming into it that they were removing half of the mythos around it, and then I don't know, just like I said, the trailer just looked. The effects of Venom just looked like out of the 80s, like good 80s effects or something. And it's like, oh man, I couldn't do it. So I mean, I have it it is saved on my DVR for me to watch at some point. But every time I'm sitting down, it's like, I really don't feel the need to spend 2 hours to watch that.
See, Iron Man 3
is only an hour and a half.
It's a lot of
40.
Iron Man 3 is one that gets a lot of flack. So I didn't dislike Iron Man 3. I don't know what people's complaints with it were. Like, honestly, for just a standalone Iron Man movie, it got a little corny at the end with Pepper, like doing the whole like punch the armor and kick the bomb thing. But what was everyone's gripes with Iron Man 3?
Probably his midlife crisis or his crisis on his personality. I don't know.
The end of
run around no Iron Man for half of the movie, and
the surprise fire people.
Yeah, I mean
that wasn't a surprise.
Extremis or whatever.
That's
it is.
okay. It doesn't have to be. It can be a
No, but,
surprise for me.
And
why
of
was
course
that weird to
the
have
fake Mandarin and
It was just bad.
Oh, so that Mandarin thing, I will say that kind of upset me because I think Ben Kingsley did a phenomenal job being menacing and in that role. Like that was really cool in the direction they took it, like as like the terrorists and everything. Like that was legitimately creepy. No, I do think that they really crapped the bed when they just made him Trevor Slattery. But
yeah.
that was crap.
You know, I mean, like, yeah, Iron Man 3 was fine, but I think when you look at it at that point in the
Howard the Duck was
MCU,
awesome.
people look at it and they go, you know, wow, this is just like the least rewatchable. It's like I don't need any kind of desire or feel the need to go rewatch. It's like, okay, I've seen it. I see where it plugged into the rest of the MCU, but it's just not. It just wasn't. It didn't hit and excite you. It was just like it served a purpose, but yeah.
I agree with Nick. Like that would have been awesome if that was the MCU Mandarin, like
Yeah,
the modern day
there's
terrorist.
no way they could have done that.
No, they would have had to stop it halfway through and recast him or
Yeah,
cancel Ben
after
Kingsley.
all the stuff they got about all the grief that they got from about the
Doctor
whitewashing of
Strange.
the Doctor Strange and all there's just no way they could have done it not in this day.
Roger Corman's Fantastic Four is ridiculously rewatchable. Like it's Roger Corman, so no matter what, when you say Roger Corman, you have to take good and bad as an objective opinion of cinema out of the equation. You know that's objectively bad. It's not an opinion anymore. He doesn't strive to make good movies. He strives to make fun movies, kind of like Sharknado. They're objectively bad movies. It's not an opinion to say they're bad, but they're fun. They're rewatchable. You know, they go for a different thing with them. That's how Roger Corman films are. Howard the Duck was awesome to me because I was a kid when it came out. Dude, it's still awesome. That movie holds up. It's hilarious. It's funny. You have like a cool villain with the dark overlords.
Yeah, I remember liking it as a kid, but I couldn't imagine. I don't know if I remember enough now of it to want to say, do I want to go back and watch it?
Oh, definitely. Dude.
For fear of like so many other things that those rose-colored glasses have cracked the
Oh,
lenses
no,
out, and I'm going to see it for what it really is.
It is good. It holds up. It completely holds up. It's an 80s movie. It holds up as an 80s movie, like the classic stuff.
I don't know. You haven't maybe you don't rewatch them as quite.
I rewatch a lot of movies.
Well, I remember when I watched a lot of them back then in the 80s when they came out because that's what we did. We'd go to the VHS store every weekend and go pick up movies on Friday and Saturday and Sunday and sit down as a family and watch movies. And there was a lot of them I've seen, and I thought they were all cool as a kid. But I will say that there's a significant portion of them that when I rewatched them later, I go, yeah, why did I like this so much?
I'll tell you one that didn't hold up that I watched recently. I hadn't watched in years was Shocker, the horror movie about the serial killer who gets put on death row and executed, and he is reanimated through electricity. And he goes out on a revenge streak against the police officer that arrested him and the dude that pointed him out. Like it looks like it's filmed with like a cheap video camera in a park. Like that, there's not extras in the background. There's just actual people in the background that weren't told they're filming a movie type thing. You know what I mean? It's
outlaw video cinema. Yeah.
There you go, Alan.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like a lot of cheesy bad movies because I'm the guy who sits there and watches Mystery Science Theater 3000 and gets irritated with all the freaking commentary. Go, no, I'm vested in the movie. I want to see the movie. Then I'm having to go rent the movie or go seek it out. And love Full Moon Studios and love Ed Wood films.
All movie privileges. Love the Frog as a kid, recommended it as an adult, and lost all movie privileges.
Yeah. I stopped trying to get my kids to watch any of the movies that I watched as a kid because they just some of them are still good to us, but the references in some of the stuff are dated in such a way or expected you have a understanding of technology of the time and stuff.
Like, what's one that you would recommend that fits that?
Well, take Airplane for example, even as a comedy.
Airplane.
Airplane's such a great.
Love Airplane.
It does for us as adults, but like when I was like watching it with my kids, the stuff that's going, they don't understand some of the stuff, especially the references. A lot of the humor references.
It's a different humor.
It's dated, and that's fine, and it holds up great for us. That if you know it, but if you just don't know, like there's nobody. If for my son watching it, seeing the line, oh, I speak jive. Okay. Well, first of all, what's jive? Doesn't understand it.
Does not know what jive is.
Secondly, doesn't understand Barbara Billingsley.
Oh, I know. Well,
what about The Last Starfighter for you? That one holds up to me. Like, I feel like that would be a good one for kids. Like, it's got a Star Wars feel to it, than the video game aspect and everything to it.
I haven't seen it recently, so I can't say. Rock City, my youngest, is 18.
Oh, my age.
What is up, Ignacio? All that stuff's gold. Naked, Naked Gun, all those things. Those were so fun as if you grew up in that stuff. Again, my kids aren't going to understand O.J. Simpson. Not that O.J. Simpson was the point of the joke back then, but I mean,
he is now.
Exactly. I mean, they do get the raw sewage stuff because my wife works in wastewater.
In all seriousness, I do want to point out that everybody does need to be careful when you're leaving your house today, because whoever murdered O.J.'s wife and Ron Goldman is still on the loose. They've never caught the killer. Zombie Beavers, with Bill Burr in it. Yeah, I was talking about that the other day.
Yeah, but I mean, even like some of these movies, where the kids get distracted by, just like if you try to sit there and watch Wall Street, right? They see pulling out this giant, even though it's a cell phone, they're just like, "What the hell is that?" Or they don't understand.
Morning, Nosh. Good morning.
I don't know. There's just stuff that I try to sit there and watch with the kids, and sometimes they just go, "Eh." The point of the joke, in my opinion. Oh, good. He won that off of your giveaway.
Remember the escargot name? Yeah. Did he A-OK it to a friend?
Je ne sais quoi.
He said his friend received it.
I know. I don't know. He gave me an address. I shipped to that address, whether it's a friend or whether he's away on travel and he lives with his friend. I don't know. I'm sure he'll tell us in a second now that we're talking about him. Oh, I'm surprised it's so dead here, Mark. What's up with that?
I don't know. There's 18 people in the chat. There's normally more people on.
There's a booming chat.
Yeah, 18 people in the chat, but definitely not as many people on camera today. I know that with Steve, for example, Becker, Panda, like people who have had snow days or weather days, they're going back to work today. I don't know. Not me.
Okay, he had gifted it to somebody else. Okay, so you gave me somebody else's address. Okay, fair enough. Why
Compliance, Flight of the Navigator. Love that movie. Have to watch it in a long time though. That goofy AI ship, Compliance. Yeah, it was.
One of those movies. I all the damn time quoting freaking stuff from, Johnny Number 5.
Yeah. Oh, Short Circuit is amazing. That's a good one.
No, disassemble Stephanie.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Short Circuit.
You say that this weekend we got Remy Q Baby showing up on the Slab Hub. If you've seen the slabs he gives away.
Alex asked earlier about Blockbuster. Yeah. Not only do I miss Blockbuster, like the getting to go to the video store, and even though stuff would be out, like, because as a kid, like the stuff that was newer would be already rented. Going on a Friday afternoon was a nightmare because it's already rented. At the time that we would go, it would be in the evening time after school, after dinner, and all that kind of good stuff. But me and my brother would always have like our go-to that were like backlog movies that were older, like There was a Sleepy Hollow live action, like 47-minute tape that we would fall back on over and over and stuff like that. And it was always
not the Johnny Depp Sleepy Hollow.
That wasn't out yet. That hadn't released yet. But that was like that came out in like 99, 2000 around there. This is earlier in the 90s.
Yeah. No, we went to Blockbuster wasn't necessarily my thing. We did go to a Blockbuster. Our family was more of a Hollywood video family of the big ones, but most of my time in the VHS era was at little mom and pop places.
Yeah.
We lived up in the mountains.
Same.
And so it was Highway 9 Video. That was the place. I remember.
Yeah, I had like Georgetown Video.
New releases, they might have 2 or 3 copies of a hot new release, right? But there was only about 5,000 people in the town, so. But yeah, it would be a Friday night, go into town, we go get pizza, have pizza for dinner, and then swing by the video rental place. At one point, they even got smart enough, they started doing like delivery. They would deliver you a pizza and deliver you your VHS if you called ahead and set up and reserved. That way you could get it, and the delivery person bring you your movie and your pizza for your. It's like, yes.
Yeah, I remember like me and my brother's little ritual. We would get home, we would get the movie, and then we would go and look through all, like, because I was going to say like another thing other than Blockbuster was just recorded tapes. Like recording VHSs of stuff that was come on TV was a big thing in my household.
Right.
That's how we would get movies, that we didn't have otherwise. And
yeah, we recorded a lot of stuff on TV.
Yeah, being able to be present, like, because not at first, but it didn't take long for it to get to a point where you can set the timers on the VHS to record while you were at work or whatever. But having the opportunity to be home while it was recording and pause it during the commercial, so you didn't have to fast forward through them when you rewatched it and stuff. But me and my brother would get a movie. We would lay it down in the den, and then we would go through all of our VHSs. What else do we want to watch tonight? We don't have to go to school tomorrow. It's Saturday. And we would lay out like 4 to 6 movies or stuff. This is what we're going to watch tonight in this order. And then we would fall asleep before we made it through the first one, like almost every time. Or either fall asleep while we were rewinding the tape before we put the second one in.
Yeah, no, I mean, all that was, the home records. But, so somebody was saying they misses it, nostalgia and all stuff. That stuff was the internet of the day, right? You gotta remember, like, the height of that VHS era and all that stuff, and even Blockbuster, the internet was out, but there wasn't streaming, and there wasn't the internet didn't consume as much people's time. I think the internet has really replaced people's primary entertainment with so many different options now that comes in there, whether it's streaming movies or watching YouTube or just playing games or whatever the case it may be. If you look at that height of that home video market, its decline is aligned with really the start of the growth and expansion of Al Gore's internet.
Al Gore's.
Who's Al Gore?
It's before your time. Well.
But we all know he invented the internet because he said so. How you doing, Nick?
Good. I know Tyler doesn't like memes, but Pocan Joe just kills it every single morning.
Ignacio, exactly. I'm being facetious. I don't even think he actually truly claimed it, but it was kind of like came out of politics.
Did you see my little clip of Ignacio serenading you?
No.
Tyler? Is Tyler frozen? He looks frozen, but he just looks happy.
No, now he's playing games.
No, he can't hold it that low, so he had to go.
Yeah.
Good morning, Nicholas.
It's cold here in Texas. How's it going over there in Georgia?
It's not cold. It's rainy, and it started raining last night, so it kind of warmed up yesterday.
Yeah, the circumstance. I was pretty sure even back then, it wasn't something he said, but it was the way people spun stupid stuff. And then it become, like you're right, 20 years later, things just become life of their own.
Yeah. I think we're putting out the call to see if who wants to be in a D&D group.
Who's D&D?
Oh, wow.
Well, we had started the conversation yesterday on Two Nerd Dads. It'd be cool to at least try. I'd like to see if it sticks, but
yeah, I've seen some online people doing online campaigns and stuff. It'd be something I'd be interested in to be honest, expose my unnerdiness, I suppose. I've never actually played a game of D&D. I have created characters for various role-playing games that me and some friends were going to do, but then we never got around to actually doing anything with it. So, I mean, I understand some of the concept, obviously, and I do games, a lot of video games stuff that play similarly to role-playing games, but I've never actually sat there and do it. My son is super into it. He's in a D&D club at work, and usually they usually play Friday nights. They have these sessions, and we try to have family calls with him Saturday morning, and he's like dead tired because he's up till 3 or 4 in the morning playing D&D, and apparently his group doesn't like him because he doesn't roll worth a shit.
Seems like there's a lot of people in the chat that would be for it, but a lot of people saying the same thing, like they're down to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been so long since I've played. Yeah, and I mean we can do it over StreamYard.
Exactly.
You play a simpler game at first, rules light, has to test the waters and check if everyone is into it.
Mm-hmm.
One experience with dealing with new players. D&D doesn't lend itself to the ADD of modern world. You need to sit down and spend a lot of time.
Yeah.
I've been up about an hour and I've already bought comic books.
What'd you buy?
Moon Knight 188 and its variants for a pretty good deal.
Nice.
It seems like today might be the day for it.
Oh, I gotta remember.
2 more hours.
I just set an alarm.
I've got my alarm set.
Because I always forget this
For
shit.
Rising Sun?
For Rising Sun and for that Mike Mayhew Darth
Vader. Huh?
Is that the Wolverine one that you were showing off yesterday?
Are you going directly through Mayhew, or are you going through like KRS?
No, I prefer to go through Mayhew.
Yeah, I generally do too. Go direct to the artist.
Heroes Clicks, dude, that is a fun game. I've still got a lot of those as well.
They have that huge Galactus one too. That was pretty awesome.
It's huge.
It's huge for a Hero Click. It's not as big as that Marvel Legends Galactus that came out. And it was cool because I think that the Heroes Click one even has like alternate sculpts for display purposes. Even
display.
Yeah, display.
Not display.
How long was I gone? What are we talking
I feel like you're literally saying the same thing I'm saying. I've never heard the difference in how y'all say it and how I say it.
That time.
Now, theater, I feel like y'all just say that wrong. Y'all say like theater or something like that.
Theater.
Yeah,
the E is because the E is in front of the A, and the A makes the E say its name. We speak English, so we've.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Theater.
But the A becomes silent.
Let me like this.
Theater. Y'all go to the theater.
You go to the theater.
No, theater.
Theater.
No, you're still saying 3 syllables.
I don't know what I'm saying now. You're making me think about it.
I'm gonna go to the theater.
If we're gonna say it based on phonics like Rob, but in all reality, when you're
just
speaking
gonna say
English
movies.
language, phonics is not written in stone. It's just a navigation.
Of course, phonics aren't written in stone. Otherwise, you wouldn't pronounce my name Robert.
Robert.
Has anyone ever called you Robbie?
Not and live to talk about it.
You just don't look like a Robbie. It's Robbie.
I don't even like Robert, for God's
sake.
People
call me Marcus.
I've gone by Rob since I was a freshman in high school, and even my mom now has finally come around to calling me Rob most of the time.
Your mom
doesn't call you Sugar anymore.
No. She doesn't. Mom used to be the person who always say my full name. She said, if I wanted to call you Rob, I would have fucking named you Rob. But she used to always go off because back when I was a kid in the 80s, almost everybody named Robert went by Bob or Bobby, and so you'd go to the every time I go to the doctors or something, they'd start to say, hey Bob. They wouldn't even ask you; they would just start calling you Bob. And my mom would go ballistic over it, and so I became offended by it for a while. In time, I'd always people would go say, "Hey, Bob," and I would I just ignore them. They go, "Hey, Bob," just keep on going until they finally say, "Robert," and you go, "Yeah." I've been calling you. I fucking didn't hear you calling somebody else, man. I don't know what fucking you're talking about. Yeah, don't rolling ones on a D20. That's why my son's group doesn't like him. Apparently, my son is fabulous at rolling ones and twos on his D20.
25 to die.
Okay, that is now set.
Hey, so I asked when you were frozen, Tyler, did you like the way Ignacio serenaded you yesterday?
Yes, I did. Lisa liked it more than me. Lisa was very excited about him singing. I can't get Lisa to watch many of our hangouts, but she really enjoyed your show yesterday.
So that's the power of Ignacio's voice.
That's all Iggy. I mean, Nick's enjoyable, but Iggy's, man, he's a national treasure.
Just not our nation.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Crocodile Dundee is the national treasure of America, right?
Maybe.
Over Al Gore because he invented the internet. I thought he was the national treasure.
And climate change. Didn't he invent climate change?
That too. Yep.
How do you invent climate change?
Or discovery.
I think my mom posted a meme yesterday. It was like something, or the other day, it was something about welcome to America being place that takes its weather forecasting by a giant rodent, whether or not he sees a shadow or not, but won't accept climate change stuff validated by science.
Climate change is kind of an easy one. We don't live in an ice age, therefore climate change. It's that simple. Like there's obviously nuance and details you can.
How dare you suggest something so simple? But then,
it really starts and ends right there. Ice age, yes or no? No, climate change. There you go. Enough said.
Well, with the difference.
Argue the details later, but there's proof.
Well, yes, we understand climate change, but the argument when people talk about climate change, they're not saying that the climate doesn't change. They're saying
the man-made aspect.
Right, and that's where the difference. People go, oh, see, they go ice age, not ice age. That was natural. Planet warmed. See, this is just a natural thing, as opposed to say, but they're not looking at the pace at which it changes, right?
Yeah, well, how long have we been tracking the pace of it with technology? Just out of curiosity.
So whether you're talking about taking daily temperature readings or being able to go back and look at the science and getting that stuff from historical record of not people tracking it, but of what happens with the
you have to take it can only go back as far as the industrial age, because that's when the accusations of man's influence on climate change starts, with the industrial age.
Right. So you can look at the stuff so you look and see how has the pace of climate change changed in that over that period of time versus before that, and that's what they're and
what's crazy, if you actually go back in history and do that and don't just do it for a specific purpose, you can actually see more dynamic climate changes in a lot shorter periods of times, up and down throughout history. Because when you start looking back at the Younger Dryas era and stuff like that, which was a rapid heating during the Ice Age that occurred, and then there was a refreeze in the Ice Age. The Ice Age was not just one era; it's actually broken down into 3 different eras of very, very short times. Like it starts inferring like global events that occurred and stuff. There's a lot of cool stuff if you go back through actual climate stuff. I think the Younger Dryas era is the most interesting one. There's like a super melt and then like a super freeze all over again. What is that?
I gotta go get ready for my meeting. I'll try to come back later, but I can't guarantee it. It's a crazy morning. So
Puppeteer? Why does it say Puppeteer?
That's Puppeteer Lee.
Oh, that's his name?
Yeah, the guy who did the Infinite Comics 6 cover. What else did he do, Mark? He did a few other ones too, but he's the one who did that Dark Side cover.
Yeah, that's cool. Is that based on the Batman? Oh yeah, it says the Batman right there. Wow.
Yeah, good glasses. Yeah, that's a super dope cover. What book is that on? Detective?
1056, yeah. FOC this weekend.
Yeah, I wish we could. I don't have that information. Remember when they called it global warming? I think in the 70s, wasn't there like a thing in the 70s about everybody worried about global cooling? Wasn't that a thing in the 70s? A big public concern?
I never heard of that.
What, the 70s?
And global cooling.
Got it.
Maybe it was the 60s. 1970s, yeah. That was the big climate concern in the 70s was global cooling.
Yeah, the only thing I remember in the 70s was the gas shortage.
There was an extensive period of extensive glaciation due to the cooling effects of aerosols and orbital forcing, like when they were getting ready to ban all the hairspray and stuff. And there was actually a hole that was punctured in the atmosphere, in the ozone layer of the atmosphere, that there was able to be detected. Yeah, it was cool. Thinking of when Mr. Freeze put Gotham on ice, chill. Aerosol cans is destroying the ozone. Yeah, there it is. That's what I was talking about. See, Aggressive said, I hope climate change is fake. I don't even care. As a true capitalist, I want every business but mine to fail. I heard fossil fuel use is making chocolate disappear. F them.
Chocolate. Chocolate.
Nick, what do you have on the docket of to-dos today?
Honestly, I'm just trying to stop buying comic books already. I'm already looking at something else.
What are you looking at? Like an FOC book or
no, this one I'll show you what I'm looking at now.
I don't know if you want to say, but did you pull the trigger or think about pulling the trigger on the 14, ASM 14?
No, not that big, not that.
Wow, look at that. That reminds me of the Last Jedi. No, not the Last Jedi. What's the last one that I don't remember? Return of the Skywalkers of
Skywalker.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna get that. Anything that reminds me of that movie. Star Wars Bounty Hunters Virgin variant. Oh, it's an exclusive.
EM Gist.
Oh, I thought that was like Instagram comic store.
That is. Oh, I gotta stop. At this point,
why don't you throw yourself a curveball and buy twice as many as you don't want to buy, and really show yourself who's in charge?
I've cut back on exclusives to where I'm not buying ones I really want anymore. So
I've got a. Of course, I'm collecting the Jang ones, but outside of that, I try to keep it to a ridiculous minimum.
Yeah.
Thank you, baby. But I do have a set on the way to me that I'm planning on trying to just get them graded real quick and put them up for sale. Luckily, they sold out at their original point of sale. So, see if I can't make some Brave and the Bold money. I'm trying to expand what I'm doing a little bit and try to make some Brave and the Bold money, since I'm not trying to buy that book today, like put some stuff out there and hopefully make a little bit on it.
Yeah, and Scott telling me not to buy comics, I think, is just a ploy.
He said just buy gold.
Yeah, because he wants all of them. That's all that is.
No, because Scott doesn't hold back on anything. He's not just a hoarder of comics. He's a hoarder of everything.
Yeah. Y'all just how many prostitutes he has in his basement.
Yeah.
He keeps them on a shelf.
He commits. You need to commit, Nick.
No,
Get it all.
I'm not listening to you either.
Let's see. What's the next thing I can make you buy, Nick?
Did you ship my slabs out yet? Oh, no, you said Monday, didn't you? Monday,
Yeah.
Tuesday.
It might be a little longer since everything is shut down, but I could have shipped them out the other day, but there's something else extra in the box for you, my love.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were waiting on something. That's right. Did the thing you were waiting on show up yet?
No, not yet.
Your USPS blows. Like, everyone else's USPS, like I mentioned to you before, is rain, sleet, or snow. They don't care.
Nope. They shut the entire city down at the mention of snow here.
So there's like yellow, orange, and red.
Yellow snow? Don't eat that.
Don't eat that.
No, in driving conditions. Orange is the middle. We were at orange before the snow fell, and then we went to red, which means you can't drive at all. And then we went to yellow, and you can basically barely drive on the roads. I don't know how we're in the yellow, but we are. I think somebody paid him off. Hot take.
No, I mean, it really is warranted. We got, maybe the accumulation was like less than 2 inches, but everything quickly turns to ice. And people do not know how to act here when it comes to driving on that conditions.
But yeah, you used to live in New York, so people probably just drive crazy down there when it's.
They drive crazy, but they have experience in it. It's.
Oh no, that's what I mean. Like in Texas, they drive crazy, like because they have no experience.
No, they think just because they have four wheel drive, that's going to save them from sliding on the ice. And it's really not. So
Southern's live on Whatnot and just sold his Moon Knight, whoever Tyler Christensen 104.
Is that good?
I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, there's that negative space Moon Knight.
Negative space. Oh,
what,
okay.
Was that what it sold it for? $104?
104 is what his went for. I know you got 3 copies, right?
Yeah, they've been selling, I think, raw between that and 130, I think.
I don't think I follow Southern Comic View.
What did they sell for originally? $30?
$30, yeah.
Oh yeah, there he is. I don't follow him. Oh, there's that ASM. Is that ASM that you can't see what it is?
Yeah, that's 400.
Yeah, I hate that cover. You can't see it.
Anybody read this yet?
Shaped like a tombstone. I haven't. I picked my copy up today.
Oh no, is it good?
I haven't read it yet.
I'm honestly thinking about cutting short. I got to pick Finn up at 1, and I want to run to the LCS, and I'm going to go eat lunch with my buddy Lee. When Finn gets out of school, take the kids up. We got a place called Jason's Deli. It's really delicious. They got a salad bar buffet that's got feta cheese on it. So I'm like, yes.
There's Austin. Everyone's joining since you said he was alive.
Yeah.
Well, we still have 21 in the chat here. That's pretty cool. So about 20. We got 20 in the chat here. Yeah, I'm watching. Okay. Do you want to eat lunch with Lee today? Yeah.
It seems like everyone's getting on Whatnot lately. I've been seeing so many people post that they can sell on there now.
Yeah.
Digger Jim will give you 50 for one of those Moon Knights. That's a $20. Come up.
Yeah, they're all at CBCS right now.
Okay, Jim. So you're gonna have to put a 1 in front of that.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Jim, I'll cut you a deal, don't you?
You give him a 150. He'll give you the 9.6.
Don't message him an offer though. He'll talk about it for years.
Only with you.
Oh man. Do I still? Well, I got this week that I ordered like a year ago or however long ago it was. The
What is that?
Very Gary Comics exclusive for Somebody's Killing the Children 16.
Yeah, lame.
Yeah, if I wouldn't have ordered it, basically. I wouldn't have ordered it now. But it's still a great cover. It looks amazing in person, but I wouldn't.
It looks ridiculously average. It's not a bad art at all, but I don't see anything about it that stands out as, oh, look at this amazing, look at this exceptional cover.
It looks a lot like the Comic Tom one, doesn't it?
I don't remember what the Comic Tom one looks like. The monsters, I think, look great. Erica looks good. But I have it now. It wasn't expensive. That's the one bright side. I would sell it if somebody wants it, I guess. I don't even know what it's going for. When is this for sale? Oh, he's putting up some cool books.
Yeah, SCG has some stuff.
What am I? I'm looking for a Spawn #1. If anyone's selling that, graded. Surprised you don't have 10 of those, Nick.
I have one that's been sitting here. I just haven't had since it's going to stay in my PC, I don't have the rush to get it graded.
Oh, okay.
So aggressive relaxing just hit the call button in the Legion chat because there's multiple ones, and so I answered him. Like aggressively never hits that button. Let me see if he's calling me because I couldn't tell if he's calling me or the chat. And Coco Love Chevy hopped on, and Mars Comics hopped on. So I saw the first cover appearance of Mars Comics. That was awesome.
Nice.
So I had a group phone call going with Whatnot in the bottom corner and live streaming here. That's my brain almost exploded.
Yeah, we've cut down on those butt dials.
Yes, because Rob chastises us so heavily. It makes us feel bad about ourselves.
I'm glad Rob does. Good job, Rob. Get those out of here.
Work.
I want you to know I've had quite a few of those wake me up, and it's pretty upsetting when I wake up to those. It's
pretty upsetting to hear that upsets you because we thought you valued us.
No, it ruins my basically night at work because I can't go back to sleep. So it doesn't really bother me until hours later.
45 people. That's I'm assuming that's good numbers, right?
Yeah, that's good. How many followers does he have? I don't think followers matters on Whatnot.
I think it does matter on Whatnot. It probably matters heavily, judging by everyone promotes and tries to push the numbers.
I see. So when I log into Whatnot, I see people that I don't follow before I see people that I follow because they promote so heavily on there.
No, the live host you follow should be the first thing you see.
It's not for me.
Well, when I got on right now, like I didn't have Southern as a follower. I had to search
him. It is. But I swear there's people in there I don't follow.
Yeah, and then I'll pop up shows. I think SCG has over 400. I think.
How many do you have?
150, I think.
Really? That's all? You've had so many shows, man.
I have 4 or 5.
Alan, I think you are in the chat, Alan. I thought I put you in there when you made the Instagram. Now Joe's calling.
Cocaine Joe.
Let me see if this is intentional.
No.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, man, what's up?
I don't know. People keep calling the chat. I don't know if it's...
Oh, it sounds really bad.
I guess he did mean to call.
Yeah. The man starts selling unbagged books on Whatnot. Oh, there you go. Hoarder's Hide actually going to sell? I doubt it.
Yeah.
You're saying it, but I doubt it.
Either.
I wonder if I follow you. Someone needs to have Nick and make his eBay account only be available to sell books. Why? What's that mean?
I do. My eBay is up now. See, Kyle is making money now. That's why.
on camera. Yeah, I did. I put the slabs back up. I actually cleaned my room yesterday. I put a couple figures up here, like my.
Alan, is your icon on Instagram a football helmet? I'm putting you in there. I thought you were in there when you created the Instagram last month.
Yeah. Cole Daddy just started to film. I think he's been onboarded for Whatnot.
Yep.
I think there's a couple of other. Oh, you put it on? Okay. Here.
I just applied to be a seller on Whatnot.
I just found out yesterday, as my payments from the last sale roll in, that I got. If I sold a book for $1, I get 59 cents.
That's trash.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
59 cents.
59 cents on the dollar. That is rough.
I don't know if there's some kind of fee for that first dollar made or what, but.
$59.41 split. I hope that's not how it is for everything you sell. Do you know?
I don't. I haven't did the math.
That makes me not want to sell on Whatnot.
That's on Whatnot, Scott. And it literally takes 7 to 10 days to get paid. And then you have to transfer it over to PayPal, and then you have to transfer it over again.
Dang.
Sales are quick, but everything else is not.
So eBay's better for that, for sure.
Yeah.
eBay's like instant. It's at least for me, maybe not instant. What is it, like a day, a couple days? As soon as it ships or whatever.
Yeah, well, they got to pay up front. They can pay before you ship. I think Whatnot is person has to actually receive it.
Yep.
That's like Mercari.
Yep.
Person has to receive it, then rate you.
Yeah, I always try to be fast on Mercari with rating because of that, because I know it's so you have to wait till you get it. I don't buy much on Mercari. I think I've bought like 3 things. What's up, DJ?
He might be making an appearance today.
On what?
On this.
Oh, is he off today?
He took off to read and get a haircut. Not necessarily in that order.
I'm caught up on reading. I got to read some Kickstarter stuff. That's about it.
Yeah, I think I'm down to these 2 to read. Ignacio brought this up to me yesterday, so I'm going to have to reread this.
I have to read this.
Hey, you mentioned that the other day, huh? Oh, you haven't started yet.
No, I fell asleep when I was going to read it.
Oh, that's a given, DJ. I mean, that's what we all do when we're home alone.
Yeah. Or not even alone. It's more risky when you're not alone. Add some excitement.
Yeah, no, let's change the subject.
It's in here?
Happy Hangout Day, everyone. I like that, Coco Left. I'm not going to click on it, but I like that.
Yeah, but you have to wonder what the M means in FOMO then. Fear of masturbating off?
Is there a masturbating on?
It could be.
Maybe it's on. Maybe it's on.
We gotta ask Coco what he means.
I don't know.
Well, let's see. I got a little bit of FOMO now. Let me go check, and I'll get back.
I see you reorganized your room too, Nick.
Yeah, I'm starting now. I have to add my my pops back up there, and I have to do this wall here.
I've been contemplating offloading all my pops. Like I just had like a 2-month period where I went on a run, and I got just like Tommy Oliver related pops, Superman related pops, and Hulk related pops. That's it. But I hate pops. Like I have nothing against them or anything. They just do not fit my collection at all. I've got that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I sold most of mine a long time ago, but I still have like a couple, 100, 200. I don't know, and I still sold most of them.
Just like
Mark?
the big ones.
Oh, nice. Shiny.
Let me polish his helmet.
Mark, do you want a Captain Boomerang figure to go behind you with the rest of your Suicide Squad?
Figure from the DC Select line?
It's the same figure as the ones you have, but it's Captain Boomerang.
But it's got the boomer. I didn't know they made one.
I think it was before they switched boxes.
Let me see it.
I'll grab it.
We're talking about polishing helmets. So I want to polish the helmet.
Me too, DJ. I just want to offload them. They just don't fit my collection. Like they're really. And every time I thought about them, like, good job. But I love the characters. But then I'm like, but why am I attaching these pops that I keep wanting to sell? Like it makes no sense. Oh yeah, that's from the DC Multiverse series. Yeah, and I'm afraid to go down that rabbit hole because I actually own.
You
all
can
the
have this for
Justice
free.
League.
That's why I'm just trying to. I was reorganizing, and it doesn't. I don't need it just because of my organization. Anymore.
So I was trying to find a Rick Flag figure, and that's when I started looking at those. They come in like the red box, and they actually do like Build-A-Figures, and there's a bunch of variants of them and stuff. And I've got all the Justice League ones from the DC Multiverse line because it was a Build-A-Figure Steppenwolf. And I wanted the Build-A-Figure Steppenwolf, but I haven't opened them. I've got them. I haven't shown them on the channel or anything yet. I bought them after I bought the Snyder Cut figure. So I have the whole set from the Snyder Cut and the Joss Whedon cut. But they're pretty cool.
That doesn't answer me. Do you want it?
I'm afraid to say yes, man. Honestly, I don't.
It's free, and
I mean, it fits the collection.
Yeah, it would go perfect with like the ones behind you. That's why I asked you.
Just send it. God damn.
Okay, I can do that.
And watch, I'm going to end up buying the rest of them now and have to rebuy Captain Boomerang to get the box he comes in. And
no, don't do that. The box.
I don't want to do that. You're forcing me.
The box is not good.
Hey, so you know what Coco recommends is to release FOMO. So
yeah,
if you're feeling a bit of FOMO now, you can just excuse yourself.
Mark, if you were selling your pops, I might be interested. It would be nice to have someone to hunt for books to fill runs for me. I don't know what that means.
What? I'm confused. I might be out of the loop on that one.
Whoa! What are you doing up here?
Pops, like in Pop's attic.
What are you doing up here?
Now I get it.
What are you doing up here? You're about to go back up. What are you doing up there? What are you doing? Oh no! Oh no!
I'll send Boo with Captain Boomerang.
You got
Boo and Boomerang.
Ow, ow, ow,
What are you doing, Mando? Are you okay?
What's that?
Good. It was so good to see you again in Boba Fett. You really saved that show.
Oh, you see the doggy? Well, let's make him bigger.
Yeah, doggy.
Its name is Ren.
Yeah.
Ren.
Is it?
Why?
Because it looks like a rat. I guess because of scabies. Maybe a little touch of the mange. I don't know, baby. Yeah, that dog definitely has been touched with the mange. Look at those beady, soulless eyes. The dog has cute eyes, though.
I thought you were talking about the dog.
Oh, no. The dog's cute.
No, it's typing now.
This makes me want another dog. Stop it.
You can have this one.
Sheepdog. Dog. Go.
Let me check on flights to North Carolina.
Oh yeah, I need a. I brought that up to Lisa. Seems like it could work out. I wish it was a little further away than it is, because that would work even better for me. But I'm gonna try to make it.
Do you mean far away as in date?
Time?
New York. What do you need? I see King Shark. Yeah. Whoa. Ghost Rider? Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I'm not going to make the same mistake. I'll go up Thursday night.
Yeah.
Aggressively's here, Tyler.
What's up?
Hey guys, how are you?
Good. You gotta kill your YouTube in the background.
Yeah, it's echoing.
Wow.
Hi, Daddy.
Hey, monkey. Ow, 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 ow.
I
Where are
missed
my
that.
headphones?
Go, Fido.
Yeah.
I got the dog out.
Go, Fido.
Yeah, it's Spider-Man.
Look.
I see
All right, is
him.
it still echoing?
Nope, that's perfect, man. How are you doing?
Daddy, go, Fido.
Yeah, I'm doing fine. I just wanted to hop in real quick and show off my Naboo starfighter I made.
I saw you working on that, I think, Sunday when Steve went live, I believe.
That's right. I've updated it now, and I've added the yellow and
Stand up.
some other things.
Stand up.
Nice. Did you take out the rear compartment to fit Grogu now instead of R2?
Yeah, here, I'll show you. If you look closely at the little guy, you can see him in there.
Oh, awesome. Ah, that's great.
There's Mando hanging out, too. It's specifically the Christmas versions of them from that advent calendar they did.
Mhm.
But I guess the next thing I'm going to build is that hut that Luke Skywalker was building. I'll just make, throw some gray bricks on the ground and call it a day.
Yeah, Legos are a rabbit hole I have a tough time staying away from because there's so many different cool builds. Aside from the cars and the comic stuff and the Star Wars stuff. I keep seeing
Yeah,
that.
you sound like me with Pops.
Yeah. I keep seeing those.
Stay away from that.
That BMW motorcycle, and I want to build. I'm like,
Are you getting a motorcycle too? Nice.
oh, I had one prior to starting this. I had one.
What happened?
I didn't ride it, and I kind of get nervous. As a dad, you hear all the horror stories about what happens on a motorcycle. So that's actually how I wound up getting my Spider-Man statue when I sold that. I traded some of the money in for that statue. So
The one that broke?
the one that I broke.
Dang it. Well, I'd rather have that break a little bit than you get hurt on a motorcycle. So,
Yep. I agree.
yeah, I always thought motorcycles were cool until I saw some people fall off of them.
Yeah, nobody I've known has had a good story with it. Like I fell on mine a few times, and thankfully I wasn't hurt. But that was when I was single and stuff.
So you could afford to get hurt.
Well, not as many people depended on me. Nobody depended on me, really.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get hurt on a motorcycle. That's how you lost a finger? Really?
No, and oddly enough, I lost a finger on a bike that you couldn't ride, that you couldn't go anywhere with.
Oh well.
I knew a guy got clotheslined off a bike.
Yeesh.
Power line was down. He was riding at night. Got clotheslined off the bike. It was a horror story. But then he made a lot of money in the lawsuit, and he brought me on a cruise, which was a lot of fun. So it worked out for me.
So there's a happy ending. Sometimes getting injured is a good thing.
Not being decapitated and then growing on a cruise, that's a good story.
I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it, but at least he got some money out of it.
I don't know if you could have that exact sequence of events happen to you. I guess this is the question: if it was worth it, would you do it? Would you get clotheslined off a motorcycle to go on a cruise? Question.
Nah.
Well, then you got to wonder how fast were you going?
It's a really nice cruise.
Do I have to pay for drinks and food?
Of course.
I can't find DJ Links in the stream. Oh, you got some weird thing. DJ Links 2010. I forgot that's your name.
Okay.
Must be 2009 either ones of you.
Yeah, Pops, it is crazy out there. Like for motorcycles, and as dangerous as it is, like I still miss it. You know, I still fiend to ride, but
if you could have any bike, what would it be?
I would have an Aprilia RSV Melee. It's like I think it's like a $60,000 bike. All right, I'm out.
Yeah. No, you gotta be like that, man. I had a real rough morning.
Yes.
So I woke. Hold up, listen. I woke up. I go to my closet, to my wardrobe. Oh, hi, Mark. Literally, every single item of clothing that I own was burnt to ashes, and the only thing that survived was this shirt.
The best shirt. At least the best shirt survived.
At least it was the Austin LeMay version.
Yeah,
the Austin LeMay version. It's funny because this shirt survived, and then the regular Whack Comics logo version survived, but I threw that one into the fire. There was still a little bit of it raging.
Oh, dang.
So
sorry.
When did you get the masturbating in?
When did I get the masturbating? I haven't. I woke up. I took a shower. I was cleaning up, and
that's why you jumped on here.
And then I jumped on here, and yeah. So hey, little D. Oh man, yo, Nick, you were talking about a motorcycle. My brother almost died in a motorcycle accident in Florida. Yo, his foot. This was, what are we in 2022? So this had to be either 2016, 2017.
Mm.
Yeah, so he got hit by a car in Florida. He was like making a turn, so he made the left, and the car just fucking flew, boom, hit him, completely shattered his foot from like the ankle down, completely shattered. So he has like a Terminator foot. So he's able to.
Oh, that's cool.
Not when it rains. It's funny because it actually comes with the sound effect of the.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it shattered his fucking foot, man. Like completely, and they had to rebuild it. So it looks disgusting because they took like his like thigh skin and muscle from his thigh, so his thigh is really skinny, and then his foot, it has like this, it looks nasty. Like ugh.
I got off lucky in my crash. I was coming home from work. I worked right off of Greenwich Street.
Yeah,
I used to take the Brooklyn Bridge home.
Yeah.
So you know that turn right off Chambers? Is that turn to get on the bridge?
Yeah.
I was making that turn, and there was a grease spot there.
Jeez.
Luckily, I was the first one off the line at the light, and I landed here. My bike landed up on the Brooklyn Bridge.
Jesus Christ. That's why by J&R Music World, right? Right down the block? Well, it was.
A little further down.
Okay. Jesus.
So I was lucky there, but that stuff happens all the time.
Oh, shit. So basically you telling my brother to grow a set and fucking...
No. I mean, it's inherent. You buy a motorcycle, you got to be aware that happens pretty much to everybody. So.
You're like, oh, shit, you shattered your foot? Well, walk it off.
Yeah, okay.
Hi, Tyler.
So I just ordered some custom pins from Sticker Mule. You know, they have the pins. DJ's ordered them from there before, but
Which reminds
Sticker
me,
Mule is fantastic with the coupons they send you. Like I'd heard about that, like how once you order from them, it's gravy train on biscuit wheels. Then you kind of just order based off whatever offers they send you.
yeah.
You know, and that's what I've been doing. Like when like that black shirt I have that says "Fandom Happens Here," I only have one of those, and it was when Sticker Mule was like, "Do you want a T-shirt for $7 to try them out?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do."
Yo, Sticker Mule, like literally, you just have to order one thing, and the coupons and everything they just come
Float
flooding.
you from there. So they just offered pins for 50 pins for $29, which is a $41 discount. $41 from the straight price versus the coupon price. So I'm like, absolutely, that's 50 pins. I'll start throwing them in the welcome packs and stuff. I've got like about 5 or 6 members that got to gather up their information. It's not welcome pack, so I'll gather all that information and wait for the pins to get here and send them all out, you know, and just beef up the welcome packs.
Yeah, I saw somebody asked you for some stickers this morning on Instagram. I saw.
Did they?
What's his face? Chris?
How did you see that if I didn't see that?
Because he tagged me in the post and then he asked you for stickers.
Oh, Film Age Studio. I think I did see that right when I woke up. Yeah. So if you're looking for stickers, unfortunately for you, and don't take this the right way, the ones that I ordered to send out in welcome packets for the members. So it's nothing against anybody else, but you know, if I start sending stickers out, it's only fair that I send stickers out to people. So it's just as a giveaway for my channel members at the moment, because I only have like a few hundred right now.
Yeah, I do the same thing with the stickers. I stopped sending them out.
Me and my dad even talked about throwing them in the mailers when people buy books off the Pop's Attic site, but I didn't even want to start doing that because then they'll just go away too fast. And they cost money to order them, you know, and I don't want to run out and have to wait on a coupon to come in or have to pay like that top dollar price to restock, you know, and because once you set a precedent, like it's expected after that, or it's only fair to be able to do it for everybody.
I can't understand anything.
Yeah, so I do the same thing, Mark, but I actually include them in like books that I sell like on eBay. But if it's $20 and up, then I'll include a sticker. Kyle, can you understand now?
Yeah, I can. He muted his mic.
I'm glad you can understand the silence. It's
problem solved.
Got his
I was looking for my community stickers. I was going to show. I got some Legion stickers, but I can't find them now, so I don't. Around here somewhere. It's the problem with collecting, right? There's just stuff everywhere that needs to be constantly cataloged and organized.
So freaking really.
Yeah. Oh, and aggressively, the hut that you're gonna make, are you gonna build an amazing stone academy in the middle of a forest?
Yeah, well, I was going to do another shot of this for my Instagram, and then be like, and I'm also making the hut from the last episode.
Yeah, Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, but it's just going to be just a pile of gray bricks.
I thought that was funny. Ahsoka's like, "Oh, this is going to be an amazing academy," and I was like, "It's a stack of stones."
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, so thank you.
There's I don't know, man. The first 4 episodes are so fucking slow.
Yeah, no, I'm waiting for it. I really don't care about spoilers. Somebody told me yesterday about Ahsoka. I was like, yeah, whatever. Okay, now I'm excited to watch it, I guess. But,
I don't even get how that's spoilers, though. Like, you know that Ahsoka and Mandalorian are going to show up. They're literally the best part of the Mandalorian show.
How do you know that? It's a whole different show, so it's not guaranteed.
Oh, I just thought that they just wanted to money grab, like they always do. That's a Disney way. This is the way.
I mean, yeah, I guess if you believe in that, then yeah. But
absolutely. I've been to last D23. All I witnessed was Disney money grabbing like crazy. Like, I respect them for it. Like, go get your money, but still, don't alienate the fans. We're the ones that perpetuate the market.
Yeah, nah, I hear you. I hear you. That's how sometimes fan service could be perceived negatively.
That's a good point. Absolutely.
Tyler, I feel like I haven't spoken to you in forever, sir. What's up with you, man? How you been?
I'm right here. Good. As good as ever. Snowed in and happy about it.
Yeah, you don't gotta go to work today?
No, I haven't gone to work the last 3 days.
Oh, so lucky. Do you get paid?
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's like a 1 in a million because we never closed because of snow. But we got shut down because of parts and then snow the next 2 days.
Oh,
Gotcha.
wow. Yeah, it's still hard to come by parts, right?
Yeah, well, the parts is basically because of the snow. The semis couldn't get through from Texas to here.
Jesus. And how much snow did you get?
We got like 1.5 feet.
Really?
Yeah, it takes a while to freaking plow all those highways.
Holy shit.
Yeah, the worst part was the drift though. So they plowed it and then it all blew back over.
Blew right back over. What's up, Austin? Yeah.
What's going on, fellas?
Not much. I'm just getting down on Disney.
You're going down on Disney.
What does that mean?
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Well,
God.
I mean, if they're not gonna
no judgment.
if they're not gonna fan service me, I gotta fan service them right back.
Oh my goodness, this went south quick.
I just don't want it to come off as super negativity. It's just something that I observed at a convention.
What specifically did you observe, sir? You're speaking in generalizations. I want you to say,
yeah,
I saw Bob Smith doing this.
Got you. Oh, I don't know any like personal names because I don't know the like upper ups at there. But
for the sake of competition, it was Bob Smith. Go.
Okay, Bob Smith. Bob Smith was very, very focused on pumping out D23, or not D23, their Disney streaming service. And that's literally all they focused on. Most of the panels at the last D23 were strictly about like random shows that they're trying to force down everybody's throats. And then on top of that, the only movies that they had at the time, and this is like 2019, the only movies they had were the live actions of old movies that they had already released, like Lion King, Cinderella, that kind of stuff. So and they're playing off the older stuff. Go ahead. What's up?
So by shoving it down everyone's throat, do you mean marketing and promotion?
Everything. Like if you walk into the place, all you see is Disney Plus.
So like it was at their own event.
Yeah. At their own event, the Disney exclusive event, all they could talk about is what they were gonna come out with.
Oh, I see.
In the sense of like,
you know what? If only they would like host
I guess
their
it doesn't
own
sound
event
as
to
bad.
do that, so you didn't have to.
I guess it doesn't sound as bad when I'm saying it. There's just a weird vibe that I'm trying to.
those rascals.
I'm not naive. I understand what you're saying, but it just it came off wrong. I don't know how else to articulate it.
I definitely get what you mean. The same thing happened when I went to New York Comic Con and I walked in and there were all these Marvel banners. I was just like, this is wrong.
Yeah, nobody goes to a Comic Con to see that.
Yeah, I was
Did you know that the Lion King remake is the 8th ranked movie of all time for gross, and Beauty and the Beast is 18th?
I agree. Lion King remake was gross. Yeah. Ugh.
So even I agree with you, Kyle, but they make him money. It's huge.
That's what I said. Yeah, that's my whole point. It's like, go make your money. I understand, but like, I don't know. It just comes off as disingenuous, and I wasn't a big fan. I wish I had more concrete examples. Let me think on it a little bit.
Yeah, because your example was terrible.
I'm with you. I just think they're going to make money. It's like they make money. They're just going to keep doing it.
Yeah, I should have taken notes. It was just like 3 years ago, though. We haven't had a D23 in a minute. Yeah. It's every 2 years anyways.
Yeah, but that's when they were promoting 3 years ago, what, the end of like Endgame, right? Infinity War, Endgame, and then Disney Plus.
Yep.
But you also have to understand too, if they're doing something heavily on Disney Plus, especially a couple years back, they were about to put something huge into a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that should have been plastered everywhere. As a marketer myself, I would have recommended that they plaster that everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, they bought up ESPN, Hulu, and National Geographic to prepare.
I couldn't be happier about them purchasing ESPN, because now I don't have to pay for my NHL app.
Nice.
I get it free with the bundle, so I get Disney, Hulu, and
ESPN get that bundle
Plus for like $15. So that's a deal all day long.
I'm with Kyle though. I think they shouldn't have been so gratuitously promoting their own product. I think they should have just used word of mouth.
The word of mouse?
Or that.
The word of mouse.
Sounds like their next streaming service.
So, Manny, how do you feel about people marketing their own stuff to try to make money?
God damn it.
That's absolutely disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting.
I don't get. I joined so I could talk to aggressively, and now his mic's all messed up and he's echoey. Yeah. And then I tell a story, and the story sucked, I guess.
You suck, we're all right. I heard your story, and I'm sorry. I just had some stuff happen here at work, and I had to run away. But in your defense, like, hardcore Disney people are pretty culty. It's pretty culty, like the language and the guys who are like, I collect all the pins, and I've been to every single theme park in the world. See?
What are you trying to say?
No, I got nothing but love for you. I think it's great.
All I heard, translation, F. Tyler. That's all I heard.
So yeah, when relaxing talks, we all have to mute our mics, otherwise it all comes off echoey.
Yeah, I think he's broadcasting from within that TIE Fighter thing he's creating.
Yep.
You know what I should have said to you, Kyle, is, what's your point? What's the point?
You could have stormed off. Yeah, that's fair. Hey, good one. Yeah, that was funny. You know, Rob and I have been super freaking nice to each other recently.
Well, that's good.
Like, we compliment each other and tell each other how great everybody's content is. Anyways, I don't know. Yeah, it was just like I was a ride or die Disney fan, and I feel like I was let down. I just don't know how else to put it.
Nah, I totally understand. Like, again, it goes back to that marketing thing and being gratuitous. I hate marketing. So everybody, please do not watch In the Mix tonight at 9 p.m.
Way to take a stand on that.
Yeah.
I can't be mad because everything starts off with like, yeah, I understand. Everything out of your mouth starts off so nice. Like, yeah, I understand. I totally agree with you. But yeah, you're wrong.
Yeah, just to switch gears a little bit, Manny, how fast does your hair grow? Because I feel like one day you have a full head of hair, the next day you have a baldy or a Caesar, then again you have a full set of head of hair.
What I love about my content and my commentary, DJ, is that it's super derivative and repeats itself. So what I do is I pre-record like my live appearances, and I just play a video. So like this, my hair has been, I have all kinds of different hairstyles I could throw in there, because I'll just pull up an old tape, because it's like Manny said the same shit over and over again. I've been saying station like for the last like year and a half. Just it's crazy. He's gonna say some deep, insightful shit that sounds smart for a minute, and then like right after you're hearing it, you're like, that motherfucker didn't say a dang thing. That's how Manny's content works.
That's hilarious. Is there a big difference between having hair Manny and baldy Manny or Caesar Manny?
Yeah, having hair Manny's a lot more comfortable when it's 30 below in Minnesota, like it was yesterday morning. I was like, oh my gosh, why am I stupid? Like I had to ask myself that like audibly as I got out of my work van. I was like, why am I stupid? Why did I cut my hair last night? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the call to go get my cut. I've been woofing this last month. I feel like super uncomfortable. I feel like early pandemic DJ Links. Yucky. Hey, Yotu Giopur. Hello, sir. We appreciate you and your bot friends tuning in.
Ooh, Russian bots.
I get more views from Russian bots than my own friends. yo, can you expand on that, Kyle?
What? Oh yeah, people people like to say, "Oh, okay, well, here's the thing. There's too much content out there. Not enough time in the day. We can't support everybody." Like that's where that stemmed from. But if you try, more
I
power
support
to you.
everybody.
I don't think so, man. There's too many of us out there.
I literally watch everybody's show twice.
When
Yeah, Kyle.
when stuff goes 2 hours and like you can't put that much time aside for the day. Like you wouldn't have a life.
Playlist, and I watch everything while I'm working at 1.5 speed.
I just find
Yeah,
it odd.
that's not bad.
I find it odd that a time traveler doesn't have all the time in the world to watch YouTube content.
I didn't say myself. I just said everybody else.
Yeah, no, yeah. I re-listened to your stuff yesterday. I got a chance. Like I was driving somewhere, so I watched the whole Epic Rap Battle thing again. And Kyle, you were saying some shit, man. You were saying some. I want to give you a hug. If I see you in person, I'm going in for the hug. And then I'm gonna pull you in close and whisper in your ear. Disney Plus. Disney Plus. I'm gonna step away for a second. I'm gonna make me a cup of coffee. BRB.
Such a deep cut.
Disney Plus.
We need Mrs. Lynx to say Disney Plus.
That last rap battle really was exceptional piece of avant-garde art.
Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amount of personalities being comfortable to rap in their own style about the things they would, and like what everyone had to say, how hard everyone tried, how earnest it was. Man, it really was great. I'm looking forward to Comic 84's breakdown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me as well, man. Seriously. My favorite part of it was actually the judging. I thought the judging was freaking phenomenal. Like, I don't know.
Manny.
Everybody seemed to know what was
What
up.
happened? I take a shower and all these people are on now?
I gotta head out now. I'm expecting.
Yeah. All right.
All right, everyone. It was good
talking,
seeing everybody.
Good seeing everybody.
What,
Everybody's
Roscoe did too? Oh, okay. I was like, wait a second. Oh, you're both clowning.
Damn, a stream killer.
I want a sandwich.
You want a sandwich?
Yeah.
Good morning, Christopher. How are you?
Yeah, what's up?
Good.
Chris?
How are you? Good
Doing
morning, guys.
Well, thank you
What's up,
kindly.
brother?
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, that literally took the words right out of my mouth. Now that I have a chance to see Manny face to face, to say Manny did a great job with commenting and judging on that live stream last week. That was terrific. Kyle did a great job too. I know.
Manny did.
I attacked it from a different perspective. Like it was super spoken word and very poetic.
Very Shakespearean.
I mean, it wasn't. Oh shit!
I'm gonna have my lawyers call about your different perspective comment. Kyle, right? Just letting you know.
That's how you know we're headed down the wrong road, is when we start trademarking stuff.
Was the mom phone call in the beginning theater?
No, that was fully real. Like my mom called me and I was like, "Mom, this is not the right time." She's like, "Yeah, but like the sandwich that you wanted was like not on the menu." And I'm like, "Mom, seriously, I'm live on YouTube right now. Please, just like, can I call you back?"
I was
and
like,
then
I was like 2 seconds about to remove you from the stream.
I know, because you thought that I knew going into this. I go, if I clown too hard, DJ's just gonna kick me, and all my work is just thrown away. And I just could not script it like any perfect. Like, holy crap! I'm like, there's no way my mom's calling me right now. Like right when you pulled me up, I was literally talking to her. I go, "Mom, this isn't the right time."
That's funny.
Tyler, is that a teacup Yorkie?
It's what's a toy Yorkie?
Okay.
That's an Indiana rat.
Yeah, nothing like the New York rats.
That's true. New York rats are bigger.
Yeah.
This is what rats look like if they eat corn.
Not pizza.
It did snap me out from being nervous. Like I had better delivery because it was how ridiculous the situation was.
Dude, it's nerve wracking to be
Oh,
honest.
absolutely.
With you. It's
and
I mean I didn't even rap. I just beatbox, make some noises, and I still was like, oh, what the hell am I gonna do? Like, you know, I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna like make a weird noise, and people can be like, ew. And then DJ Links loses about 300 followers. No,
Dude, that was an awesome beatbox, Roscoe. That was amazing.
Appreciate Javon Jordan was even impressed with everybody. I thought that said a lot about how good everyone really is.
Yeah, I agree with that. Everybody thought I was clowning. I was serious. I was like dead serious. Like I had just finished writing my poem right before we started. Like 15 minutes before we started, I rehearsed like once before, and then I rehearsed a bunch before we actually got going. And yeah, I just finished it.
I don't know how y'all write like that. Like I'll spend all month. I'll come up with like a paragraph. And like Drax got like 4 pages, double or single space.
Yeah, right.
Like, how do y'all come up with all that stuff?
He's writing in like eight font to squeeze more, decreasing the margins. No, that's freaking nuts. I think it was good that Drac and Comic Head went up against each other.
Yeah, that took away like a half hour of my life. Both of them. Not that it was a bad thing, but man, Drac just kept going and going and going.
I think all of that stuff is already constantly going through Drac's mind, regardless of the rap battle. So it just gave him an outlet to put it onto paper.
Absolutely. I mean, shoot, that's it. That's a good point for everybody. It gives everybody a voice. So
I think DJ should just dedicate one whole epic rap battle show to Drac. I bet you he could fill the whole time slot.
Yeah, guys, we're 20 minutes short of what I wanted. Drac, take over.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always look at Comic Head 84 as being the long one and not Drac.
Comic Head just matches what he's going against. Like he knows that Drac went. He doesn't pre-write anything, does he? He just goes to
his whole thing is pre-written.
Yeah.
Who, Drac or Comic Head?
Comic Head. His entire thing is pre-written. He said it backstage.
Oh, he takes a lot of pauses then.
He pauses and makes it look like he's coming up with it, but he doesn't. None of it.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like hate.
No, I think Mark just proved how he makes it look like it's not written, but it is.
No, I think the long pause is him just like trying to memorize, like remember what he was doing. So sometimes the pauses will be way longer because he writes a lot of stuff, and to memorize all that shit is crazy.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's why you shouldn't write.
Man,
nothing.
DJ,
Just
you
make
let
it up
it
as
fly.
you go. And lose every battle like me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Christopher. Thank you. I was super proud of what I wrote, and then I think like what I wrote matched with the delivery. I was super proud of what I wrote. Like what I wrote, it was like a lot of it had to be explained. Like if you go back and watch it, you're gonna be like, holy shit! Like if you didn't get like the initial references, because there was like some pieces where they were like it's easy to pick up on like 2 or 3 references, but in that whole, that's why I put that post on Instagram, and that whole thing is just like naming 8 different people, like from the Spawn universe and stuff. That whole 181 thing, 129 thing was like I was real proud of that. Like a lot of people didn't catch on to that. I know when I
dropped the Jackal, I'm like, oh my god, he's going 129.
How could you not? The Jackal's big on the cover. Yeah, it says it right there. No, it says it. It says the Jackal right on the
little
cover.
blurb.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was super proud of what I wrote. And Steve, like I went back and I listened to everybody's thing. It's funny because a lot of people give me props, and that's what I was saying. Like, yo, you give props to that. It's truly a team effort all the way around, from the contestants to the judges. Like we're all in the chat. Manny's in the chat, Roscoe's in the chat, and it's a true collaborative effort. It's my baby, but I'm open to ideas and suggestions and trying to make it better and stuff like that.
Oh, I have a suggestion.
Uh-oh.
All right, mute this guy. Nah, what's up?
No, it's a very, very simple suggestion. I like it when when you had Drac and Comic Head 84 I'm pretty sure I already told you this, but when they had a time to address each other's raps, I thought that was cool.
Oh yeah, because that was in the So every show is different, right? So those are, I think we did it one time where it was like 3 or 4 of us, and we just needed to fill up space. So that's what we
gotcha. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but
I mean, we had people backstage that weren't even in the show at one point. Like, that's how busy that show was.
Yeah, it's a lot, man, and that's why I fumbled over my my opening lines, because I was like, from practicing and memorizing for so long. And then I had asked Steve if we should go first just to get it out the way, or he wants to co-main event. He wanted to co-main event. I was like, all right, cool. But like facilitating it and
also participating is a little much. Yeah.
Yeah, you should almost get like a different host if you're going to be in it.
I think that's a smart. Well, you can still do like, I don't know. That's tough.
Nah, I just have to step up and put on my big boy pants and take this pink thong.
Or give somebody the StreamYard key and let somebody run it. Like,
yeah, I said this was a collaborative effort, but I didn't.
I don't know what you're pointing to.
Yeah, nobody knows what Nick's pointing to.
I found this episode was the first episode where I actually felt bad for the judges. That's why I reached out to Biggie and and to Manny, just say, hey man, you guys did a great job, because collectively they all kind of went the same way.
Yeah, it was all
you could tell like
I'm
not gonna say Manny was struggling, but you could tell Manny was just like, man, like there was so many good points from both sides, and I was just like, man, like I wouldn't want to be a judge on this particular episode, because it was just everyone came with such different flavors too, right?
Yeah, what's wrong with that? It's so diverse that you can't compare. Like that's awesome.
Dude, as the show goes on, being a judge is going to be tougher, because everyone, honestly, from the first show on, to be honest, everyone has improved like dramatically. Like, to be honest with you, even the last time Biggie went on, Biggie did great. Like, and that's when I judged, and I was like,
that's when you know
shit.
People are getting good.
I mean, Biggie can rap.
Oh no, but I'm just saying, like even Remy now, I feel is like unreal. Like Remy was good, but like now I feel like Remy's got this whole. Now he's trying different flows and it's crazy. Like it's just wild. I love that show. It's just so much fun, and just seeing a group of guys that literally got together with comic books. And then all of a sudden now they're doing like rap battles. Like in a million years, you think Pocan Joe would be like, you know what? I think one day I'm going to be in an epic rap battle with, it's like,
Joe was great too.
Honestly, too, it's like the bar has been progressively stepped up so high now since that first episode that it's intimidating now to even think about coming on. That's how good the competition is.
Yeah, and we're looking for people. Like if people want to hop on, just hit me up. Like we're always looking to change something around. I still need a Biggie and Tyler rematch though.
Yes,
that would be on any card. Yeah,
Tyler was on?
Huh?
Tyler was on?
Oh no, Tyler wasn't on. It was what's his name? Little Glass Tootsie. Little Glass Tootsie in the motherfucking house.
Dude, she was cute. She was real cute.
I would have hit. I would have definitely hit.
Yeah.
I'd say 9 out of 10 would
later. Y'all take it easy.
This is the time when Legion leaves his own show.
Wow. This is where we say the C word over and over. In unison. Start it off. Let's do a C word wave. Tyler, you go. Start it up.
I didn't even swear in the rap battle. I'm not going to do it here.
You were on the rap battle? Nah, I'm just teasing. Kyle, you did amazing, man. You did amazing.
I understand that like a lot of my stuff is like comedy based, or all of my stuff is comedy based and not to be taken that seriously. But like when I asked if we could swear or not, it was because I didn't put any swears and I was serious. And everybody thought I was clowning in the group chat. And I'm like, dude, no, I'm dead serious. And then everybody started cussing. And I'm like, okay, my question didn't get answered, so I just left the swears out.
Oh, no. Like, I don't care, of course. Like,
okay. I just wasn't sure.
It's fun.
I swore in every line I can rap in.
Basically. I think you had more swears than actual, like, words.
Yeah, I think so. That was my goal.
That's my comfort blanket. I get nervous and it's just F this, F that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Chris, where are you as far as your 600 subscriber thing goes?
I'm 28 away right now. I was waiting for that because I was going to say this is when I'm donating to DJ's 2,000 subscriber giveaway. This is the U variant for King in Black #1. Picked it up from Multiverse Comics in a monthly subscription. But I thought, well, why not spread it out? Spread the love. It's the Brooklyn way, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah, we don't want to spread it out though.
No,
I didn't get any subscribers from DJ Links though because he put in the wrong link in the description.
What link did I put? And thank you for putting me on blast. Maybe I did that on purpose. Maybe I was just like,
I don't care about subscribers, man.
No, I apologize for that. Because
no, you don't. No, seriously, I do not care. I just thought it'd be funny.
Okay, so in that case, I'm unsubscribed right now. Thank you.
That's fine.
Unsubscribe.
Everybody sub up Austin LeMay. Let's get it.
My bad. No, I copy and paste the description, so that's probably why I'm fixing it right now. Because I know you had messaged me about it, and I said I was gonna do it, but I was really busy with work. But I'm fixing it right now.
Thanks, brother.
No problem. It only took for us to be on a live for you to call me out.
I gave you like 5 days.
Hey, you son of a rascal.
We gave you a business week to fix this.
It only took me like, I don't know, 3 months to pay Roscoe for his art.
I actually just linked Chris's page. So
Perfect. That's fine, man. He's pushing, so let's get it.
All right, we're done. We're good. We're good, Kyle. We're good.
Thanks, man. What's up, Pocan?
How's everybody doing this morning?
Well,
man, good.
Everybody got their coffee?
No. I got to go get another cup. I am about 30 minutes away from finishing my work week, I think.
Oh,
nice. I just got to bust a few skulls and call it a day.
Hey, Joe, listen, call off the dogs on those auctions, all right? I put in a few bids. I don't want to be outbid on some Cocaine Joe auctions, so just call everybody off, okay?
Does everybody know each other's like eBay stores and stuff?
Well, usually they're linked in the Instagram stuff, but Joe had sent out his dollar auctions a little earlier in the week.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't use eBay for that. That's a completely different thing.
I may have overlooked that. Can you send that to me, Joe?
I'll put the link. Well,
I don't want any of the books. I just want to bump the prices up for Nick.
Yeah.
Hey DJ, this is this is incredible work, man.
Oh, Dallas and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dallas is probably the best artist that I know in the community. Oh! No, I'm just kidding.
Wow. Because I was literally just going to go to.
As I'm wearing an Austin shirt.
Now it's awkward.
Rubbing my nipples on. Yeah, no, the Dallas is he's a great artist. He's a really great cat too.
Yeah,
he's
that's what I was going to say. Austin's Wolverine was wicked.
In a bad mood, your boy.
Hold on, please hold. My doorbell's ringing.
Yeah, that's it right there.
There you go.
It should be the CN Tower in the background, but I'll let it go.
Wolverine can travel, right? No.
Yeah.
Speaking of people doing things, did y'all check out that the Kickstarter that Ignacio's in for Breakneck?
Oh yeah.
Let me see if I still got the link for you guys.
I went ahead and back that. That looks interesting. I like their description: murder, mayhem, muscles, and
I'm trying to figure out how much money I have to pay to get the most Ignacio.
It's a hell of a giveaway right there too.
That's probably one of the more generous Kickstarters I've seen in a while.
Yeah, I have to finish investigating exactly because like there's no tiers. It's just like, look, we're all in this together. We got to get this price up so high, and then we all get cool stuff. So it's an interesting way of doing a Kickstarter.
Yeah, it's like a joint raise funds. Well, that's the whole freaking point. But like the goals, the tier goals, I think are a cool concept. I'm gonna have Austin help me interview Sebastian from Stranger Comics.
You know, you want to talk about cult leaders? That dude's got a serious following.
Oh, you want to know what the topic is?
Cult?
We're gonna keep. We're good. Yep.
It's not even a joke. I see that guy every year. Well, minus the past couple of years for obvious reasons, but I see him at Phoenix Fan Fest every year, and people will cosplay as his characters and just storm the booth. Like, you can't even get up there to just look at the books and buy books. It's ridiculous.
No, it's seriously like he has his own cult, and it's like a genuine cult, and it's all centered around a great universe, story, and art. And I think it's freaking awesome.
I think I have, I don't know, maybe close to a dozen books signed by him. He's a really nice guy too.
Yeah, he's just grinding, dude. Like I saw him when he was just getting started, and it's just him standing at a booth, and with like his other D&D friends. That's how they started. They're a D&D group.
Who are we talking about?
Sebastian from Stranger Comics.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The only cult I'm really interested in is Jared Leto's. He got like an island, pay a couple $1,000, and you can do like yoga with him while wearing white. And I kind of want to do that at least once in my life.
Doing yoga while wearing white after eating Taco Bell, I'm down.
I thought Jared Leto gave up acting, and then all of a sudden he shows up in Morbius.
I mean, he couldn't resist the that fantastic script.
Didn't he shoot that like
whoa,
4 years ago?
Whoa. This is a New
Oh, is that
York-based
true?
villain.
Yeah, that movie's been
Morbius got delayed. So
It's like that movie might be 6 years old by the time it's out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Everybody in it will be retired by the time that thing comes out.
Because Jared literally said he was done with acting.
Okay. Oh, they're gonna retire because of it.
I think it looks pretty good.
I like Jared Leto, man. His alien eyes scare the crap out of me.
I'm sure it's going to be better than Let There Be Carnage.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Anything is going to be better than
it. Looks way better than that.
I'm a big 30 Seconds to Mars fan, though, so there's also that.
Yeah,
I saw them in concert. I met him after the concert too. He was on so many drugs, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, did he stare into your soul?
I don't know where one eye was looking, but one was looking at him autographing my CD. But I swear I saw him at Warp Tour down in West Palm Beach, and he went up into like the rafters area, and he was so out of his mind. Like, he literally climbed up there. Security's like, get down. Like, I thought it was part of the show. Then all of a sudden he starts like walking across, like not hooked up to anything. And he's like, Dad, and he's like singing. I'm like, dude, this guy's going to fall on someone. And I'm looking straight up, just watching him. And he went all the way across with no problem. And then, like I said, after the concert, I met him, and he literally was just like, he's like, like, you couldn't understand a word he's saying. He's just like, just signing stuff. I don't even think he signed his. I think it was just squiggle like lines or whatever. But he was so out of his bird, man. I tell you, it was wild. This was
speaking of Raptors.
Wild. Raptors?
What?
Yeah, that dude is 50 years old.
What?
He looks. He does look amazing for his age. That's why when somebody was gonna say about cult, I thought it was like that, how he sacrifices young children and drinks their blood in order to stay youthful.
No, that shit's cocaine.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug, man.
Yo, Chi-Chi, get the yayo.
Fuck your white cat.
No, speaking of Raptors, I was watching old WWF stuff where they would like swing in from the rafters on those zip lines.
Yeah, I thought you said raptors. That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah.
Dinosaur.
No, Roscoe said that Jared Leto was climbing up in the rafters.
Yeah. So what were you watching there? Hey, what's up,
The
David?
the one where the line broke and the dude fell into the audience.
Owen Hart.
Owen Hart.
Oh, Owen Hart.
Yeah, that thing was crazy, and then it
So-
never happened
He
again.
fell into
HBK
the
used to do
turnbuckle.
it. Sting
Yeah.
used to do it.
He didn't fall into the audience like
he
Chris
fell
just
into-
said. He legit fell
Yeah.
on the
Straight
post.
down.
Yeah, straight
in
down.
Kansas
Are you
City
sure?
in a
I thought it
dark
was in
match,
the.
No,
Oh.
dude, he didn't fall in the audience. He
No.
fell in the corner of the ring, right on the post and the turnbuckle. Boom.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear people explain that, like that were in the crowd, and they're like, "We thought it was part of the show,"
Yeah.
and it was like they're like, "It looks so real," and then all of a sudden, yeah, it was real. Like
That happened during a pay-per-view, right?
Yeah, during the
Yeah,
pay-per-view.
it was a
The
dark
wildest
match in
shit-
Kansas City. Mhm.
The wildest
That's
shit was
crazy.
when JR had to say it. So I was seeing on the dark side of the ring, and he was just like, Vince McMahon was just like, "Oh, we have to go back on," and JR was just like, "Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have the unfortunate news to tell you: Owen Hart is dead." Moving on, blah 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 blah. It was like the
now our
wild-
next match, it's a slobber knocker. No,
yeah.
Yeah, but I couldn't possibly imagine one having to do that, and then the emotions probably racing through his mind, just even having to deal with that, and then carry on with the show. You know,
Yeah, everybody after that, yeah.
Yeah.
watching a friend of yours for what 20 plus years die right in front of you, and you have to just carry on.
Yeah, and they all say Owen Hart was
When
universally
they would do
loved
the
in the
cutscenes for the
background too,
next
backstage.
intro for the wrestlers coming out, you know how they always talk before they go on stage or whatever. There was like some lady started crying, and that's when you realized, oh, something really happened. It was like, oh,
That's not true, Mr. Chris, the comic vet. There was a lot of heat on Owen Hart back in the day. Like if you watch the Stone Cold documentaries and stuff, Stone Cold to this day believed that Owen Hart injured him on purpose. Yeah,
broke his neck, yeah.
because he was taking Brett's spot.
Yeah.
And
Owen
Owen,
316, baby.
yeah, and Owen never apologized or spoke to him after it happened. So up until Owen's death, he and Austin never spoke about, hey, you broke my neck. And they never had a conversation, which is crazy.
wow.
Yeah. Speaking of breaking necks, hey Tyler, you want to wrestle?
That would not work out well, man.
No, you big hoss.
I was
I'm
gonna say,
a little
like, what's
bigger
he got
than
6
you.
inches on you?
I was gonna say, twice your size.
Way more than 6 inches.
Yeah, 6 inches on me standing up, laying down. We're about even.
Yeah. Both absolutely so small.
You did try to fit me in your backpack at C2E2. I was like, yo, what are you doing? I was like that. What are you doing? Put me down. As my arms were flailing.
And then he gave you the choice. You can either take the armor or the lightsaber. Which one are you going to choose?
This is the way.
I don't get that reference.
You got the day off. Watch the damn show already.
I'm waiting for it to fully end, and then I watch it with the wife.
You
For some
haven't
reason,
watched
she's
it?
like, "No, I'm legit. I'm not interested in it at all."
Just
Like,
watch
There you go.
episodes 5 and 6.
That's it. That's
No,
all you gotta watch.
I'm
That's all you
gonna-
need.
So what happens is, like, you know, you guys that are married, it's one of those things where it's just like, hey, babe, do you mind if I watch this show? No, go ahead and watch it. So then you're on episode 7, and I'm like, damn, this shit is good. You watched it? And I was like, you told me I could watch it. Like, what the fuck?
Mine doesn't even wait that long.
Yeah.
It's already watched before you get home.
You guys remember The
I don't know.
Shield on FX with Vic
Oh.
Mackey? My
Martin
favorite show.
Robbins.
Yeah,
Michael
my
Chiklis
favorite.
was in that one.
Huh?
Michael Chiklis was in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Chiklis, Walton Goggins.
That was the
My favorite show of all time. So as I'm watching it, Mrs. Lynx is just like, she's into it too. And I was just like, yo, I'm going to watch the next episode and stuff. And she was like, no, wait for me. But I'm busy, this and that, because she's a workaholic. When I would go to work, I would take my personal DVD player and I would watch them. And I would get through the whole season. Then we would watch it and I would be like, oh my God, this shit is crazy. Oh, yo, I think they're going to go in this direction.
I've been thinking about watching.
It's a wonder
that
you're
again. I'm
still
just worried
married.
It might not hold up.
Nah, dude, it holds up, man. It's just the language is kind of wild. That season 3 with Aceveda, oh my God, when that, I can't believe that was on TV.
For me, my favorite cop drama of all time is The Wire. I thought that's arguably one of the best shows ever made.
Wire's a good one, yeah.
Yeah,
When
The
they
Wire.
started going off to the paper stuff, like the first 2 seasons were great. But after that, it kind of lost a little bit for me.
No, I think it got better. How
That,
it was
that was their
different
gimmick, though.
perspectives.
Every season was a different perspective, right?
Yeah, I think it got better.
Yeah, I liked them all. It was a pretty good show.
Like the school season was phenomenal.
Everything you ever wanted to know about drug dealing is in seasons 1 and 2. I'm a king now.
After that show, I realized how hardcore Baltimore really is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. The Wire is a masterpiece. Yes, sir. Wow, I keep I keep going like that to highlight the comedy. That's hilarious. I am going to step away for 5 seconds.
It's a masterpiece. So Roscoe, is our team going to do anything before the trade deadline or what?
Man, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like we're losing too much. We made a trade for Cam Reddish and we don't play him. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I was thinking getting another big guy. I was hoping to get Turner, Evan Turner, but again, I don't know what we're missing. I honestly don't. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like, I feel like Mitchell Robinson can do be a good big man, but then it's like, I don't know if there's a lot. I want Derrick Rose to come back and play, and it's.
Who are you talking about? The
Pistons? The New York Knickerbockers.
Oh.
Yeah, Indiana people don't know nothing about basketball, so just leave them out of the conversation. All I know about
Knicks?
is corn.
The
Shucking
Knicks?
corn. That's all I know about.
The Knicks?
Yeah.
We've got Canada over here with more championships than the Knicks.
Oh,
no, that's not true.
In the last 50 years, sure it is.
Yeah.
In my
last
lifetime,
relevant since I've been alive.
In my half a century, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You came close twice.
Yeah, jeez.
Even the Pacers
The
have been
Kentucky
closer
Knicks,
than the
Jimmy.
Knicks in the last decade.
Yeah, that's true. Is that? Yeah, Don. Yeah, it's Kentucky
Yeah.
Knicks. That's right.
Don likes to believe that because we got all those Kentucky players.
Dude, I love Quickly though, man. IQ.
Good.
Yeah.
Quickly's good.
We got rid of Knox though. Kevin Knox. I mean, he didn't play. Yeah, no. I'm just saying there was another Kentucky guy, right? He was a Kentucky boy, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Knicks will never win anymore.
So, not to change gears, but did you guys talk about the Book of Boba Fett before I came on?
I mean, we've talked about it throughout the day, but what do you think?
Well, the last 2 episodes were great. I just found myself just staring at Luke the entire time, and I obviously the CGI is what it is, but man, it's just so damn cool that they're bringing Luke back in after what they did to the damn character with the last 3 movies. But I know script wise which way they're gonna go with the choosing of the chainmail or the lightsaber. But what do you guys think? Is he gonna grab that saber or?
Man, just give them both.
No, because he has to get out. He has to get out so Kylo doesn't kill him.
If I no chance he grabs the lightsaber. No chance.
That's the more important question. Who helped him escape Order 66? That's what I want.
Yeah. I think the way it works is, if my memory serves correct, in the movie, Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia, his first student was Princess Leia and his sister.
Mm-hmm.
Right? In the movie where they talked about it, they even showed her training and everything. So
Yes.
I think Baby Yoda, Gogurt, or whatever his name is,
Gogurt,
is going to end up going with the Mandalorian, because I think that you don't want to watch the Mandalorian without that stupid little puppet in it.
I love he calls Boba Bobo Fett. He calls Grogu Gogurt.
Goku.
Yeah, no chance. He takes the chainmail.
Yeah, I think so.
There's
I wonder
no
if it'll be
way
like the
he's the
chainmail
next
from,
Yoda.
From Lord of the Rings, and you can get stabbed and it's no big deal.
Yeah, it looks like Mithril.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got stabbed 6 times in that movie, right?
Yeah.
Watching it was like, again? Damn.
So, did you guys think Timothy Olyphantastic there that he got clipped in the shoulder, or did he get shot and he's down and out?
I don't think.
I thought he was.
You didn't
dead,
see him
but
die. You didn't see him
get
die
hit in the heart. Yeah, so
Yeah,
he's probably alive.
He took it in the shoulder. They already attended to him. They said get the med kit. Like I watch things with subtitles, so I like.
Yo,
yeah,
the
no, he's
deputy
alive.
though. The deputy got shot like 5 times. I was like, damn. I was like, yo, oh shit. I'm like, he shoots him once, but then the deputy, not gonna shoot him like 10 times. He may come back at me. Like,
What'd you
no.
think of the design of the character that shot him? I'm not trying to reveal who it was.
Oh, Cad Bane. Yeah, we all know it's Cad Bane.
It's too late not to know.
Dude, I thought it was fantastic. Fantastic.
Looked
I thought it was pretty cool
like
too.
a real person. Looked real.
Yo, he had that Clint Eastwood vibe too. Yo, that was dope. That was
And
dope.
the best part was they didn't unveil his name. Like obviously those that know Star Wars know exactly who the character is. But yeah, I like the fact they didn't drop his name at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big Cad Bane fan in general. I mean, he's pretty cool in the animated series, but
Not a big
I don't
Kyle
know.
fan.
It's
Disney
still heartbroken
Plus.
over something he's killing the children.
I'm looking forward to a rematch between Fennec and him because they had that
Yeah,
Rebels episode
absolutely.
where they went back and forth trying to get Omega.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then you
I
have
enjoyed it.
the. I was just gonna say the deleted footage from Clone Wars. You guys are all familiar with that?
I don't think so.
No, I'm not.
Okay, well, there was going to be a scene where Bane is the one that put the dent in Boba's helmet.
Oh.
So you can go back and see the fight, and it's poorly rendered. It was never finished. It was a part of a Clone Wars episode that was never aired. So you can see it on YouTube and see what happens, and it's even got like the voice acting. But like I said, it's poorly rendered, and you see he's the one that put that dent in Boba's helmet, like I said. So a lot of people are like, are they now going to do that scene, or are they going to canonize that had happened? So we'll see what happens.
So if I were to look that up, what would I search for? Or can you just link it for us?
Yeah, Boba versus Cad Bane.
Okay.
It'll pull it up right away.
Yeah, I never watched Clone Wars, but I've heard good things.
Roscoe, do yourself a favor, man. Like honestly,
Yeah.
it's so damn good. It picks up at it's good, and then it gets really good in like season 3.
So are they setting up Ahsoka Tano that she's aging slower than what Luke and Anakin were, but obviously not as not as fast as what Baby Golda
Yes.
there is.
Well, look at the way to age Ahsoka is how long her things are. I don't know what they're called. Her head,
Nipples?
her
Raccoon.
That's how you can tell your
I'm
age
so
by the length
immature.
of your nipples. That's insane.
A lot of people gave the Ahsoka design a hard time because her Lakus were longer in the cartoon.
Yeah,
we
I thought
don't
the
know
same
how
thing.
those work. It could be cold. Who knows?
I'm pretty sure it's age because when they were super long, she was talking to her future self.
If you cut one off,
Sorry,
you have to check the rings, like on a tree.
Man, you guys are freaking getting me heated, man. I'm such a Star Wars nerd. You don't understand.
Fuck Star Wars.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna take off. Yeah, and Star Trek is definitely better. Pocan Joe's right. There's no debating this. But like,
Aggressively,
this
I
is
need
real
you-
quick
I need
before
you-
I go. I'll give my
Like Luke shipped the
theory,
Enterprise. It's
which
pretty
is
cool.
Can you give your theory as Wilson Fisk?
oh yeah, it's no problem. It's very. It's gonna make ruin my voice if I do that. Now, like, what we're gonna get is a little Yoda that's all mandoed out, and then we're gonna get a little female Boba in the form of Omega that's gonna have the Force. So like these two character models where the imagery, but the powers are gonna swap. That's what Disney's going after, in my opinion.
Yeah, they got to bring Omega. There's no way. They built Omega up way too much, especially because they showed up in freaking Bad Batch too.
I don't know. I want to see more Gogurt. That fucking thing is cute as shit.
All right, cool.
Give me the little lizard looking thing.
All right, well, that's it. Later, guys.
Later, aggressively. Thanks for the theory. Good theory, by the way.
Take it easy, aggressively, and say hi to my sweet Vanessa.
Yo,
to save money on my car insurance.
How did his white suit stay white after being blown up? That's what I want to know. Where does he go to get his suits at?
The same place where who is Shang-Chi's father? He was fighting his mother, and he was wearing all white, and they were tussling in the dirt. And that was his real superpower. Was like keeping his whites white.
That's where you were going. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I thought you were going to connect it to who's Shang-Chi's father. He's Asian.
Yeah.
Cleaners.
Wow.
That's where I was thinking too.
Ancient Chinese secret. Where are you going?
I was like,
that
damn it,
right
Nick.
there is racist, sir. Ancient Chinese secrets are what they are.
No ticky, no laundry.
Oh, and then that brings me back to you guys watch Peacemaker?
Yeah. I haven't watched it.
Yes.
No.
I don't care about it. You can talk about it. I don't care.
Have you watched any of it, DJ, or are you?
Oh, yeah, I haven't watched the last episode yet.
Okay.
No.
You're allowed to watch
Peacemaker
that
is
one.
such an unnecessary show. Like, what is the point of the entire show?
It's so much fun.
Have you watched Peacemaker?
Yeah, I've watched all of it. It's so unnecessary. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Aren't all shows
I think
technically
I think Black Widow was more worthless than this show by a million.
I didn't say worthless. I said unnecessary.
I'm saying worthless.
Oh, it's all
unnecessary.
Is anything necessary?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Absolutely.
Every single show.
Water, food.
No. As far
Back
as
on
TV
Black
goes,
Panther
as far as
3.
TV goes, what's necessary?
Speaking of spec, Chris, you just mentioned that Avengers 53 next week is supposed to introduce some new character.
Who?
The Red.
Hero.
The Red who?
The Red Panther.
Oh, I heard.
Oh.
They're gonna be in.
Will it be
So many
$500 after week one though?
I would say at least get one, and wait.
Kyle, your camera's not working.
Kyle, you're time traveling.
Your DeLorean has a flat, man.
It's literally just like StreamYard. My camera's perfectly fine on my phone. It just StreamYard hates it.
All of a sudden, Chip Gettler just going to show up. What are you speaking of?
Hey guys.
I guess nothing's necessary to answer your question, Nick. In the form of entertainment.
Exactly.
Back to Peacemaker. If I was an actor, I don't know if I could do Robert Patrick's role, like just standing in front of another person and just dropping racist jokes or whatever like that. Maybe I'm just too sensitive. I don't know if I could do it, man. Like,
yeah.
And try and keep a mean face. Like I know
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio doing Django Unchained said he just stayed in character 24/7. That's the only way how he got through dropping the N-bomb and all that negativity. But
it's acting. I mean,
but there's somewhere where it's just a fine line, man. Just like crossing that line and saying insulting things about someone to their race. I don't know if I could do it, man. Maybe it's a Canadian in me.
That's real.
No, I think it's more so they're all in the same industry, so they all understand.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely, I think.
I'd be like buying her flowers afterwards. Like, I'm so sorry.
No, I remember like when you were talking about the Leo thing, how he was like super apologetic to like the cast and stuff like that. Whatever. And Django.
Dude, Leo was so into that character. Did you ever see when he broke that glass and
his hand? Yeah.
He just kept going. Like
kept going.
You keep your hands on that turtle tabletop.
And I find it appropriate that we have the king of the memes.
Oh yeah.
You keep your hands on that turtle shell tabletop. You do not remove your hands from that turtle shell tabletop until I say you can.
Yeah. What's the better Leo meme? The pointing or the laughing?
Oh.
Yeah. Or the cup
the
one
Cheers,
from
the Gatsby
one, yeah.
Yeah, the Gatsby one.
He's got 3 good ones.
Yeah,
he
he's got
does.
some fire memes. Yeah.
I enjoy it.
Joe, the one with Full House the other day, Joe.
Oh my
God.
So,
Room
for rent.
I get DM'd about that, and somebody's like, "Hey, a little too soon," and I text him back. I was like, "No, that's perfect timing. He just died."
I'm saying it would be all over that. I'm saying it would be applauding.
Like it took me a second. I was like, oh.
Yeah, same here, Nick. I literally was like, "What?" And then I was like, "Oh hell no! Damn, Pocan."
Yo, that was hilarious. Like I didn't get it at first either, and then I was just like, "Oh shit!" Those are the best ones when you don't get them at first.
Yeah,
yeah. But for somebody to be like, "Yo, too soon," it's just like, "Ah, come on, man, it's a joke."
Yeah, too soon. No, I would say the timing was perfect on that.
Was it Steve? It sounds like it was Steve Berkland.
That's Steve Berkland.
Master of the Comic Sans backboard.
Yeah, I expect to be when I pass that Joe come up with a meme for me for sure. Like Tyler used to suck. Like something just spot on.
It's the meme of the moment now.
Yeah, it's the meme of the moment.
There you go. Right there, a picture of your rotting corpse. It's the meme of the moment.
All right, with the
Tyler
still hates memes.
I'd say as long as it doesn't like have like hate or racism in it, then there's no such thing as too soon.
You gonna whack hack your own coffin? No.
See that? Like there you go. Perfect example.
There's an idea. Coffin.
Joe's working on it right now. Working on that meme all.
Holy shit! Wow.
How are you so fast on that, Joe? I don't know.
This month in the Evil Air, we're going to make a comic themed coffin.
That's actually a good idea.
Kiss has their own coffin.
It's just a long box.
It's really not a bad idea. That'd be pretty cool.
Shaped like a long box.
Yeah.
You have the next project, Joe? You have the next
Yeah,
one?
you can store your comics in your coffin, and then when you die, they just throw you in there with it.
Yeah.
Stick a little light in there, a little small box.
Kiss has a coffin, and it doubles as a cooler.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
What?
What?
Awesome.
Kiss.
Yeah, they sell that.
Yeah. Gene Simmons will throw the Kiss logo on anything.
Yeah. That dude is all about that branding.
Yeah, that's literally the perfect example is the coffin.
But you enjoy Gene Simmons, but you hate Disney. I don't get it.
I didn't say I enjoy Kiss or Gene Simmons or anything. And I didn't say I hate Disney.
You literally said I hate Disney earlier. You said, and this is a quote. My name is Kyle. I hate Disney.
Ah, okay.
That was at D23.
Yes, yeah.
And I thought that they were disrespecting the fans. That was my take.
You said I was at D23 and I was upset because it was something totally different than what I thought it was. I am suing for false advertising.
Luckily, this stuff is recorded and I don't have to say anything.
I thought there were going to be 23 Ds. I was mistaken.
I showed up all prepared. Lots of lube.
Jesus Christ. I had my full GIMP outfit on and I was disappointed.
What are you showing, Nick?
That's the kind of photography I take, by the way.
This one made me laugh out loud.
I don't get it. We can't read the words, fool.
Yeah, man. That's a fail completely.
I would do anything for $50. Okay. Yo, that's hilarious. I forgot on what show it was that somebody got a hooker. So it was just like not a hooker, I'm sorry, a working girl from like the back of a magazine, and it was just like $40 an hour, and it was to help them move. And it was like you said, I'll literally do anything for $40 an hour, and it was to help them move, and it was a real thing. And instead of helping them move, she was just like, I'll clean up, but I'm not gonna move any boxes. So she did it for 3 hours. She made whatever that is, quick maths, but it was like $40.
$120.
I think $400, $450.
$7,237.
Joe, did you drop this yesterday, Joe?
Yes, I did. I am very.
Yeah, those.
Yo,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow. Welcome to Legion of Comics.
2 plus 2 is 4. Minus 1, that's 3. Quick maths.
Yeah. Everyday men's on the block.
Smoke trees. That man is Uckus. Dude, okay, the Frisbee line is my favorite line.
I think I'm gonna end it here because I've got to jump off for at least a little bit. But if somebody else wants to get one going, you can say now so people can go there.
No, I'm gonna hop off. I gotta take.
I'm in an attic right now.
What? I didn't ask you where you were, but
I'm just saying I'm not really able to like make a stream.
I'm in a basement right now.
Well, good hanging out. Thank you everyone in the chat, and thank you everyone. Well, tell us where you can find you real quick. We'll start with DJ.
Tonight in the mix.